G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage.
Get ready to have fun! Excuse me, I'm Tim.
And I'm Greg.
Go fuck yourself, Disney. Hello everyone and welcome to Casual Rage 59, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. And it's been a very, very interesting week. Not much news in Star Wars, but it was my birthday. I don't really like to promote it too much, but people sort of found out and it got out there. So yes, we are going to do a little bit of a birthday celebration stream. Thank you everybody for your birthday wishes on Twitter and everywhere. I got messages. It was amazing. It was really, really good. So thank you everybody. Who was first? I don't know.
I think it was me.
I think it was you. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you know why? Because I am connected with you on other platforms where people in your country were wishing you that like ahead of time before we had reached that actual date.
The date,
I was ahead. Yes.
That's right.
The trendsetter.
Yes. Thank you for letting everybody know that it was my birthday. I grew another year older. Fuck. It's horrible. But yes, we are here. We're here to talk about a lot of shit. We've got Alec Baldwin and his little interview. We've got this new Santa's Inc. thing that I keep hearing about. I have seen the trailer for it, and we'll probably watch through that and have a bit of a laugh at Seth Rogen's expense. And I can't believe some of the shit that he's coming out with. What else have we got on the agenda for today? There is the Boba Fett stuff, the Book of Boba Fett stuff. It's a little bit of stuff about his ship. Some people are still shocked that they're renaming it. Oh, it's only the Lego that they're doing. Anyway, we'll get into that. There was a couple of trailers that dropped, and I did want to release a couple of videos this week, but I'm so happy that I'm buying a new computer, or I bought a new computer, because this laptop is literally going to blow up if I can't continue to use it the way I'm using it and abusing it. So that should be good. I should be getting that within the next couple of days. So hopefully I'll start being able to get some videos out. But other than that, there's not really much else that we're going to go into. There is a couple of things, but I'll leave those for a bit later. But Tim, how are you doing? Open airlock policy. How are you?
Doing great. But let me just make this suggestion before I forget. Once you get all the files off the old laptop, you need to like literally blow it up as some kind of milestone celebration stream. So
hey, that could be an idea.
Send it to me, like FedEx it to me, whatever, and I will put it in the fire pit, right?
Yeah, we could do that.
Or just I could
blow it up like I blew up some Lego. I don't know if it'll blow up though. I don't know how that'll go.
No, but I am doing fantastic. I'm off again tomorrow. I have 8 more vacation days to burn by like February something. So it's going to be, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of days off between now and then because we're forced to use them now. So I have to take the rest of my vacation days. So,
Really?
yay.
You're being
Yeah.
forced to actually take them.
Yeah. It's
That's
like, one
horrible.
of those SJW things like we want everyone to be well rested.
Yeah.
So, at least on
Yeah.
paper, because they'll probably ask you to work, but just book it as a vacation day. So, yeah.
Fair
Sons of
enough.
bitches.
Well, thank you for being here. And Greg,
Yes.
the Grand High Priest, how are you?
I am doing well.
There it is. What have you been up to this week?
Not a whole lot. Been playing around with Discord today, setting something up there. Talk about that maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a whole lot.
No?
Nothing worth talking about.
It's been a little bit quiet on some of the news fronts, I feel. Like there's been a bit of anticipation of what's coming, but there's only so much that we can actually talk about those things. We've known that the Book of Boba Fett's coming. We like in regards to Star Wars, of course. We know the Book of Boba Fett's coming. We've known for ages. There's nothing new that we don't know coming out. Same with the Obi-Wan show. The one things that I will say is that I wasn't expecting something like the Santa Inc. thing that we've seen over this. It's just appeared out of nowhere to me. Did you guys see that?
No, I kind of heard about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that's a touchy conversation too, because I've seen some takes out there that have made me cringe a little bit. But
The
yeah,
whole thing is cringe. But before we get into that, let me quickly say hello to the chat. We got Timon in the chat. We've got Mozza in the chat. We've got Drunk 3PO's Fedora in the chat. We've got Santa Megatron. Keeps changing that name. We've got Trey in the chat. Trey Courtney. Who else we got? I did notice Alora. We got GB Luke. I'm curious. Thanks for the happy birthday again. I'm curious to know how you feel about Ghostbusters. Surely you've seen
I
it
think
by
that's
now.
quite clear.
Do you follow him on Twitter?
Yeah, but I'm curious. Okay, but I'm curious to know how he feels about like some of the other things that are being said about it.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, Raging Ryno is in the chat. Some dickhead, he was running late.
Yeah.
We got Riff
Yeah.
in the chat. Riff Magos, another one of my patrons. Thank you very much, Riff, for being here. We got OG Star Wars, and I did see a super chat. We got E. Clay Thomason in the chat.
Wait.
We got $20 from Alora. Thank you, OG Star
No,
Wars.
it's not $20. It's
What is it?
$19.99.
$19.99. Okay.
Alora!
I'm a round up person. See, I'm Australian. I round up and I shorten names, except like Tim's name, because I don't know how you shorten that, or Greg's name. I don't know how you
Just call
shorten
me
that.
T, Pitmaster
Yeah,
T.
T and G.
TNG.
T and G and Ryno. Happy birthday, Iron Lung. Yes, I do have an iron lung. I'm hearing from a little fish bowl. Kennedy is nowhere to be found. Yeah, I guess tracking fobs don't work well. Thank you, OG Star Wars. Look, I haven't been really following the rumor mill anymore. Like, I might see a couple of things here and there, but I just don't care anymore. I don't care enough. You know what I care about doing? I care enough to watch the garbage that they're coming out with, that they're going to come out with, and tracking that and commentating on that and giving my thoughts in regards to how it's not Star Wars. That's my interest. I got no interest in hearing the jargon, the garbage, the new Civil War, the new no power, the new. I don't fucking care. I don't care. It's crap. Star Wars doesn't exist. The Star Wars exists in original movies and the EU. That's Star Wars. and people still want to come out and say it was never canon. Yeah, okay. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Fucking who cares? The one thing that it did tell is tell a good Star Wars story in universe, in continuity, without breaking shit. Look at that. I've already gone on a rant. Thank you, Alora. I hope you got your $20 worth out of that one. Oh, sorry, your $19.99.
1999. Here's the thing. Copernicus and Galileo, right? They proved that the Earth revolves around the sun, right? And people no longer had to believe the flat Earth, the Earth-centric theory, because they had proof that the Earth revolves around the sun. So for anyone to keep believing that stuff, it's the same thing as believing the sun and the stars orbit around the Earth. It's bullshit, guys.
I'll quickly just wrap up. We got Tim F in the chat. We've got the Senate's here. Metal Long, another member. Thank you. We got Dan Blackroyd. Thank you. Blake for being here, or Daniel. I can never tell anymore. We got Nick McCabe is in the chat. G'day, guys.
Nick Ricada? What?
No, Nick McCabe.
Oh.
Nick McCabe.
That'd be great if we had Nick McCabe in the chat.
Yeah.
Send him a link.
Poor guy.
Jock Nerdy. What About is here. I'm just scrolling down, guys. We got Tim's Talk in the chat. Who else? Am I missing anyone? If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's some lurkers there.
But check Streamlabs.
Oh.
Ruff Mago said to check Streamlabs.
I will in just a sec. I actually want to share something with you because this came across my desk this week. And I thought, based on the fact that we're EU elitists, based on the fact that we are gatekeepers, we hate everything Disney Star Wars just for the sake of hating it. I was very, very curious on why I got sent this. I don't know. What are you doing there?
What's this?
What are you doing there, Tim?
What is that?
What are you
That's
doing
the Galactic
there?
Star Cruiser. I've been caught.
That's right. What the fuck are you doing there?
I have a new channel that's been a secret for a long time. It's called Amusement Bumpin', and I just go to different amusement parks and I say that I'm in a culture war, but I go ahead and I go to these amusement parks anyway, and I pay them hundreds of dollars for entry. And that's what I did here at the Galactic Star Cruiser, and I took a selfie of myself.
I'm annoyed that you've got a Ray
to the
fucking phone cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
dude,
that's me.
I don't like it.
Who did this, by the way? Who's responsible for this?
You'll never know. You'll never know. But yes, thank you to the person that made it.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for letting me know that one of our own is actually a traitor.
Yeah.
Cats are going
psycho. But hey,
psycho.
hang on a minute, Ryno. Speaking of which, EU elitists, Alora, should I show them the thing? It's a draft, but should I show them the thing that I showed you the other day? That didn't sound very good.
I don't want to see
that didn't sound very good.
You can keep it in your pants. I don't want to see it.
Hold on, let me find it.
Are you going to show us something?
Yeah, let me move it to another fucking window so that I can actually see you guys.
And everyone in the chat, I hope you're all doing well. Again, thank you everyone for your
guys, you're awesome.
Wishes this week. It was very, very nice of you all to send me that. But I didn't get anything from Greg because I failed to wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, I know it's not true.
It's only fair.
But I'm a liar. You know, I like to lie. Don't listen to a word I have to say.
So this is something I'm going to use when I run certain streams. It's not a final version. It's kind of a draft, something I've been working on. And something we've not been calling ourselves, something other people have called us for about, 8 months now? Something like that. Let me know. Let me make sure the volume's up here. Ooh, it's not. If it's too loud, let me know. Here we go.
No, click again.
Here we go.
Oh, dude. No, I don't like it. Okay,
That's
you
it.
know what I don't like about it?
What?
The finger. It needs to be that.
Yeah, there you go.
It
Yeah.
can't be that.
Well, the thing is, that's an actual to do that like graphic, like the animation. You have to use like text, a font, and that's like Webdings or something like that.
Right.
I don't think they have a middle finger, but I may be able to work something out. So, anyway,
The intro isn't long enough for Ryno. Why is my intro too long?
no, I love this intro. It's one of
Uh,
my favorite by
yeah.
the great Skirmitar.
For sure.
But he did have great
The great
material to work with.
Scimitar. The man
so.
that you just said, the great man that made the meme of you is a great man.
Oh, you outed him. You outed him.
Outed him.
How can we ever trust you if you outed him? You know,
He doesn't
you might
care
out
if he
us.
knows. We got Keely Chow in the chat. Hello, Keely. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, since it is your birthday, we need to bring up this again. This is the official lore of Raging Ryno.
Yep.
Now 1 year older, but I think everything in there still applies.
I think so too, but you need to add one more thing, one new thing.
I need to add Omega.
No, she's in there.
Is she?
Yeah, look,
yeah, she
underneath
is.
me.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So we'll go through what's in this meme, but you need to add someone.
What
I'll
the
say
hell
that.
is that horse?
Think who you need to add somewhere as a mystery thing. It needs to be like a Where's Waldo? Where's Wally?
What the hell is that horse, guys?
That's a Twitch streamer that does ASMR.
That's right. The fucking Amaranth. Fucking doing a fucking horse thing. So we've got tracking fobs. We've got Geode the Rock. We've got Ahsoka with a wrong colored lightsabers. We've got Shill Wars Theory. We've got what's his name? Claude with the mechanic with the no arms. We've got who's the Mandalorian?
That's just well, actually, I think that's Bo-Katan.
Is it Bo-Katan?
It is.
We've got Vision. We've got Dead Vision. We've got
Albino
Baby
Vision.
Yoda.
Yeah.
We've got Hyperspace from Atmosphere. We've got Raylo. We've got Kathleen Kennedy. Fucking what's her name? What's the girl's name
Leslie.
next to her? Leslie
Headland.
Right.
Yeah.
We got Ryan Johnson dressed up as Holdo. We've got J.J. Abrams, and we got Superman going the wrong way around the Earth. It's great. Oh, and we got Karate Kid.
Yeah. There's in the
Mr.
background,
Miyagi.
just over Claude.
So can anyone guess what's missing from that? Based on more current events, I'll give another clue.
I know what it is.
Yeah, good.
It's GHG, isn't it?
GHG.
If Jock Nerdy's still in the chat, he knows what I'm talking about. GHG.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank there.
I'm drawing a blank on the GHG. So
Jock Nerdy. Ryan, are you still in the chat? Tell him what GHG is.
I'm going to Streamlabs really quickly. Oh,
okay.
God, make me sign in and shit. God.
Yeah. How dare a website make you log in? Jesus Christ.
But I've got it saved as a tab. I never have to usually.
No, it's not Grand High Greg.
So we've got a $5 from Riff Mago saying Ryno's laptop fund. Well, thank you, Riff. That will definitely help. I just bought a keyboard and a mouse to go with my new computer, but I am still getting a few things, so that will definitely help and contribute. And we've got a $50 from Jock Nerdy that says, "Happy birthday. I'll be 28 soon. Sorry, 38 soon. Gee, you're not alone." Yes. So now everybody knows that it's not just my birthday, but that I'm 38. No, I think most people actually already knew that. Greg, can you pick it yet? Oh, yeah.
No.
Blackroyd's got it.
Yeah, they're on the cusp of having it. Like, I gave them a hint.
You want a Hamlet in there? I can do that.
It needs to be like a Where's Waldo. Anyway, So that's
I'll put
the
Harvey
lore
in there,
of
too.
Raging Rhino meme, and it keeps getting added to. So yes, thank you, Greg.
My favorite was the Ahsoka with the wrong colored lightsabers, because you bitched about that I don't know how many times on stream.
Yeah.
It's because
See, he's
it's
still
so
listen to him. He's still
stupid.
upset about it.
It's so stupid though. Like they talk about this creative freedom and shit, and then they write a book, and then the book sells really well and is actually received quite well because it is an Ahsoka book. But then they go and do the scene that she describes in the book in the Clone Wars, and she actually describes her lightsabers in the book as green. He hands me my green lightsabers. They can't even keep their own continuity fucking straight. That's why it pisses me off so much. Anyway, it's a good way to trigger me. Just ask me
Jock
about
Nerdy's
specific things.
Jock Nerdy's way. He's behind today, but I gave him a hint and he still didn't get it. It's Gold Helmet Guy.
Oh, that's what the
We've-
judge stands
We've used that moniker several times. It's Gold Helmet Guy,
Yep.
not Grand High Greg.
The man with all the sources.
Yeah, sources of what? And that's the question.
I'm not
Sources of
sorry
comedy.
about triggering him at all.
Yeah, no.
I find it immensely amusing that of all the things that Star Wars screws up like that just still fucking sets him off.
No, but the reason why, Greg, is because it's on a different level, right? This is their own shit. This is what they're like. I don't know how anyone can think that they're going to be able to seamlessly have this connection between the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, the Obi-Wan show, and the sequel trilogy when they can't even keep the colors. All they had to do was change the color, like, from their books. Like, do I now get a refund on the book because it actually isn't canon anymore? It's kind of like that thing where people say that the EU was never canon. George only ever maybe adapted it, but, you know, if he changed it, that would then become like the canon. That's what Disney has decided to do and take on board, if anything. They write a book, they tell a story, and then they go and... Dude, they did the same thing in The Mandalorian with fucking Boba Fett's armor. From the Aftermath books. They tell the story about how... I can't even remember the dude's name. Gets Boba Fett's armor.
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth, thank you.
I don't know how I know that, but it's Cobb Vanth.
And then his description in The Mandalorian is completely fucking different. So do I get a refund on that book now because it's not canon?
That whole episode was stupid. That whole scene, it was so cheesy. It's Timothy Oliphant playing Timothy Oliphant in the Star Wars universe. Oh, I hated that.
Everybody loved it too. Remember when that first episode came out? Like, oh, he's
and his neck is like this long, and the helmet's up here, and he has had this.
But then all the suit fit horribly. It looked like it was like a kid's suit on a grown.
I gotta find a picture of this.
All the Disney Star Wars fans and all the Mandalorian fans, which are one in the same thing, Disney Star Wars fans, were all happy. We're all saying like, "Oh, aren't you EU guys happy because they adapted the EU?" No, because they decanonized the EU and now they're bastardizing the EU. It's not adapting it if you bastardize it.
No.
And it's not adapting it if you decanonize it and then you start to try and use it just to, I don't know, appease some of the fans, some of the older fans. It's not working on me. Not all around your fucking bullshit.
I still can't get over the grunting for like 3 minutes with like no with not even any like closed captions or like or anything. You just have clearly they were so lazy they couldn't write dialogue or even like translate it. It was just a couple minutes of him fucking grunting.
If he didn't have this stupid scarf on, his neck would be like this long.
Looks like a chick. It almost looks like
exactly. because he's
underneath
so
that armor.
svelte, like his body style, like is so slender. Oh man, what a bad
Okay,
cast.
then and I just want small time point something out here, and this is where obviously Tuscan Bob came from, and the Tuscan Bob reviews. If you haven't seen the Tuscan Bob reviews, go and check them out. They're on Lost Jedi 22's channel, Greg's channel. They are great, hilarious, and you're absolutely right. They made them too friendly. The Tuscans, especially if you read something like the Kenobi book. That really gives you a great understanding of what Tuscan Raiders are really like. And there's that episode, I think it's in season 1, correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but in season 1 where they got to pass through some part of Tatooine, and they trade binoculars for that.
Yeah,
No, that was the first season.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Season, I think
That's
episode 5, where it was
they're
Junior Bounty Hunter.
That's right, and they're tracking Fennec Shan.
Shot Fennec Shan in the belly, but fortunately, we find out later that Boba Fett took her to the galaxy-renowned surgical stomach replacement center on Tatooine,
yeah,
which is famous for its medical skill and knowledge. The planet where they farm fucking water. Has this galaxy renowned facility to replace your entire digestive system with wires.
I will say this though, guys, like when it comes to Tuscans and stuff, there's a great story, a short story in Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina. That's like an old anthology book, and it's funny because it came out right before the special editions came out. And have you guys ever heard of that book before? It's like a bunch of short stories.
No.
So it tells a bunch of short stories, and it gives you what happened with Luke and Obi-Wan coming into the cantina from the different perspectives of different aliens and stuff in the cantina. But I think it's the last story or the second to last story. It's like drawing the maps of peace, and it's about these moisture farmers that try to say, okay, Jawas, Tuscan Raiders, and humans, not just humans, but, moisture farmers, and colonists, basically, we've got to get along, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great fucking story. And the Empire, like, sabotages the peace treaty and stuff. That's a great story to read. And they don't portray the Tuscans as, like, total savages in it, but it's more realistically portrayed than I just walk up to them and give them a pair of macro binoculars, right?
Well,
I think there's a scene where
my point to what I was saying was that if he had have gone to hand the Tuscans that, now also too, sorry, let me just finish that point.
Yeah.
If he had handed them to the Tuscans, they would have grabbed it and probably smashed the shit out of it, right? They don't like technology or anything like that. But that actually just triggered a new thought in my head where in that episode, he communicates to them by just using hand gestures, right? None of the underneath it all, right? And then in season 2, he's there doing it with all the bullshit talking with no subtitles.
Yeah, so even within their own show, they're not consistent. Forget Star Wars lore, yeah. But there's the scene in the story, instead of macro binoculars,
and people can just learn how to speak sand people now.
Yeah, exactly. He lets a sand person take water from a moisture evaporator, and that's kind of like the peace offering. It's not like technology. So really well written short story. Go find that fucking book and read it. It's a great real Star Wars collection of short stories. I liked it.
We got $5 from Riff saying my bookshelves are slowly filling with Star Wars EU books. Yes, that's what I like to hear. I'm happy. Screw Disney and the woke gobshites. Thank you, Riff. Appreciate that. And actually, I'm going to give you all a
they good came old bounding over.
Fuck off, Disney! You fucking cunt!
Cunts. Oh, I was off rhythm. Sorry.
But yeah, look. I'm really, really interested. I'm going to be really interested to see how the Book of Boba Fett is received. I keep thinking I can't help but think with the Book of Boba Fett.
You know how it's going to be received.
No. I know how it's going to
you.
be received. I know how it's going to be received, but I can't get. Don't do that, man. People will clip it out
That's
and
a
do
meme
shit
coming.
with it. Trust me, you don't want to be doing that on screen. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Now I'm thinking about sucking dick, which is really bad, and I shouldn't have said that because that'll get clipped out.
Clip that, people.
Oh boy, chain reaction.
Chain reaction.
That's how it's
That
going
was
to be
horrible.
received.
What was I saying?
How is Book of Boba Fett going to be
Fett.
received?
So Book of Boba Fett. But the thing that I can't get out of my head with the Book of Boba Fett is he says that he wants to rule with respect, right? It didn't seem like he had too much respect for Bib Fortuna at the end of The Mandalorian when he literally walked in there and blew him away.
Right.
Well, no, they want to make him into the reluctant hero character, and that's just not who he is.
Yeah.
But the fans are going to eat it up.
Oh, for sure, man. And like, I don't know. I honestly, at some point, I really hope that he says, get to the fire spray instead of get to slave one or something like that. Or you get to slave one, I'll hold them off. Or you get to fire spray and I'll hold them off. And all those people that are spurging saying, no, they're only doing it for the Lego. What do you make? These people are so fucking retarded. What makes you think that they're just going to rename the Lego?
No, they did a model too, remember? In my video? Like one of the models that you glue together, they changed it as well. So it's everything.
I mean, they blew up the Razor Crest in The Mandalorian. Do you really think the Mandalorian, like, what is the Mandalorian going to turn into? The Mandalorian's going to turn into the Bo-Katan show.
Mm-hmm.
That's what if the Mandalorian is still going to be out there, and I believe they've finished season 3. Yeah, it's just gonna be this stupid Bo-Katan show about the Darksaber and her ruling Mandalore that's half destroyed. That
they'll give her the story Boba Fett had in Legacy of the Force, like trying to rebuild Mandalore. That's what they'll give her.
It's funny. I also can't get out of my head that you know how before we got the Mandalorian, there was actually a lot of chopping and changing of like, oh, we're getting a Boba Fett movie. Oh no, we're not getting a Boba Fett movie. We're getting a Boba Fett series. Oh no, we're not getting a Boba Fett series. We're getting this Mandalorian series, and everybody thought it was just a rewritten version of whatever they had for the Boba Fett show that they were going to do. I feel like the Boba Fett show is what they're doing with Boba Fett, is what I lost my train of thought. What they're doing with the Book of Boba Fett is what the Mandalorian was supposed to be. Sorry. It was what the Mandalorian was supposed to be, or what it was pitched as. I mean, what it was pitched to the audience to was it's not going to have any Force users. It's all about the underground. That's essentially now what we're getting out of the Book of Boba Fett. But it's almost like it's going to be the Fennec Shand show. You know, she'll probably get shot a few more times and they'll just replace those wounds with wires. Yeah.
She'll become C-3PO.
Could you imagine? Should they actually turn her into a droid?
She'll be pink though.
You know what? Because we are already,
they got to be careful because they don't want to make her look too much like the pink Power Ranger that was in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
the pink Power Ranger.
Rise of Skywalker. His gal pal from.
Yeah.
Baba Fuckface. This is from.
Right. Yeah. I tried to blank that movie.
Jerry Bliss, was that the character's name?
Zoe
something.
Bliss?
It's Zori Bliss.
Something like that.
Zoe?
Yeah. You get this helmet that has this extension that goes like this far back. That's a useful helmet, you know, because you can sit down in a speeder really easy with that helmet on and stuff.
Well, it's silly when you're riding your open air.
You can hold on to it if you're on back.
You can have.
You know?
You're really concerned about the fuel economy, so you want to be as aerodynamic as possible.
That just made me think of when they were on the speeder bikes on Tatooine, and they were having a conversation, like, almost just like we are now, and able to hear each other quite clearly.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
him and Cobb.
Yeah. So many stupid things in that. All right, because we're already on the Star Wars stuff, let's go into that article, and then I'm going to
the one on
send the one on John and Dave.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that, I'll quickly just go through some of the Boba Fett stuff, and then I'm going to send the link out to a couple of people. Hopefully, they'll still be awake. What time is it for you guys now?
10:38 p.m.
10:30.
It's not too bad. We just started late, so later than usual. Did you want to bring it up, or do you want me to bring it up?
Oh yeah,
on
I'll
screen
bring
and
it
you
up.
just read it?
Yeah, no problem.
I can do it.
Which one is
It's
it?
all right.
No, I got it. I already
There
had
we
it
go.
pulled up. All right.
Beautiful.
So where's my mouse? So this guy right here, man, he looks weird. And then this guy looks even weirder.
Yeah,
He's got
like
a Wolves Wildlife Working Landscapes shirt on.
wow.
WWWL. World Wolves Wildlife Working Landscapes. Okay. John
He really
Favreau.
does like his wolves, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's weird.
So yeah, if you didn't see this is something that's now getting around, that John and Dave are in talks for their own Star Wars, or leading the Star Wars movies going forward. Fantastic, because they saved Star Wars, Let's go through this and see what this is saying.
John Favreau and Dave Filoni rumored to be in talks to lead
Filoni. He's a Filonium tube.
Star Wars movies by John F. Trent. Two different scoopers. But my question is, are they confirming each other? That old trick. Are claiming that both John Favreau and Dave Filoni, the creative team behind Lucasfilm's The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett, are in talks to begin making Star Wars movies. Hollywood, California, November 13th. Oh, this is just the caption for the photo. And here's the picture right here. Like, we need to have a caption contest on this, because this is just a fantastic picture. Grace Randolph, and I retweeted this, by the way, before I keep reading.
I just need a thought bubble. I just need a thought bubble around Dave's head, and it just says, I just think about sucking dick now.
Yeah. But she's exactly right. This would be brilliant. And here's why. I said in my tweet, because number one, you've got the new Disney Star Wars fans on board, right? Then you have all the people some of the people that we even talk to that, say, oh, I'm in this culture war, but I like The Mandalorian because John and Dave are awesome. So she's exactly right. It would be brilliant, because you're going to get people from both camps into this. Is it something I'd watch and I'd like? Fuck no. But, if you're just looking at it from a standpoint of what can I get the victims of key dangling to watch, it would be this right here. Mm-hmm. Exactly this. Do you want to catch that super chat?
Yeah, let me just get it. Abu Nas, thank you, brother. For $5, he says, popping in real quick to show some love. Admiration, and respect to my brother Ryno. Happy birthday again. Continue doing God's work. Gotta go to bed, work tomorrow. Well, thank you very much, Abu Nas. I appreciate it. Been very supportive. Everybody over at the Dark Council has been quite supportive. So thank you. Appreciate that. And yes, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yes, let's continue.
Not only would Randolph claim that Favreau and Filoni are heading to the movie side of Star Wars, but she also indicated that an Old Republic television series is in development. Randolph wasn't the only scooper claiming that Filoni and Favreau were heading to the movie side of Star Wars. Scooper WDW Pro, you know those guys, at
Jesus.
that Park Place also claims that the Mandalorian creators are also in talks to make Star Wars films. WDW Pro claims sources I have are telling me that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are being handed the keys to all future Star Wars movies for the foreseeable future. They plan to create a Star Wars cinematic universe that is wholly their own. That's the Filoniverse, right?
Mhm.
All that is left is a bit of extra pay negotiations and budgetary concerns. Interestingly enough, WD, I have a hard time saying that, WDW Pro also added Kathleen Kennedy, while in charge of Lucasfilm for the next 3 years, is being stripped of any control of Star Wars outside of the Acolyte, which may get canceled, and some tertiary projects. Yeah, so we know this is bullshit.
Well, I want to know
read this again. Let me read this
I want to
again.
know what the source is to say that she's not. She just signed a 3-year fucking contract at Lucasfilm.
Let me read this again.
What, to make the
before Greg
Acolyte and
comments.
Indiana Jones 5? Seriously?
Kathleen Kennedy, while in charge, emphasis mine, of Lucasfilm for the next 3 years, is being stripped of any control of Star Wars outside of the Acolyte, which may get canceled, and some tertiary projects. So again, stuff that we don't like, people we don't like, Leslie Headland, that's the stuff she's in charge of, not the stuff we want to like, the Book of Boba Fett. They're setting up the justification for liking the stuff they want to like. Go, Greg.
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's not much more to say. It's just really convenient that, again, just compartmentalize everything that you don't like. It's Kennedy. Everything you do like, it's Filoni and Favreau, and it's not something new either, because we saw it with what's that cartoon?
Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance, right? Like, okay, John or Dave created the show. Means he created the premise for the show, he created the characters, he created the background for the show to take place. But everybody who likes, Clone Wars, TCW, or The Mandalorian's like, oh, well, that show sucked, yeah, but Dave had nothing to do with that show. Like, other than creating the entire premise for it, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't involved with the day-to-day operations, maybe.
I swear that everything
the whole fucking thing, but it's just the selective choosing of, like, oh, I don't like that, so here's the excuse. Here's how I'm going to spin it so I can justify liking this other thing. It's like, oh, the person I don't like, they must not have anything to do with it, right? Like, there's no way that the president of Lucasfilm wouldn't have and anything to do with the productions of Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, why would they keep her on?
Why would
if
they
were going to make her essentially the producer of one show? That's just asinine. Like, they wouldn't keep her on for that.
No.
They certainly wouldn't keep her in.
And what, the Acolyte gets cancelled, so she's got a 3-year contract extension at Lucasfilm to do Indy 5. That's it.
Yeah. That's a tertiary project. I mean, come on. It's only Indiana Jones, guys.
Right. Yeah.
She could still be executive producer and not be president of Lucasfilm of Indy 5. You do get that, right? Like, is that not a thing? Do you have to be a president of a company to be an executive producer? Is that how that works, is it? Because that's not my understanding of it. I thought, if they didn't want her having any of her fingers in Star Wars or anything like that, wouldn't they say, okay, Kathy, we're not going to extend your contract as president of Lucasfilm. You're still going to be the executive producer on the Acolyte if you want to be, and Indy 5, but you're not going to be the president of Lucasfilm. It would have been the same if, let's say, George was still there and she was the executive producer of Indy 5. It's just, it's so
I'm
mind-blowingly out of this world. It's kind of like the same thing with what's going on in the real world right now with all the vaccine stuff. If you think about everything through to a conclusion of like what's actually going on, you start to think, man, the whole thing is arbitrary. Everything that we hear, everything that goes on is all arbitrary. It's the same thing. You think that it's just a label. It's she's only the president of Lucasfilm so that she can have that on her door. So stupid. Anyway,
I'm surprised that no one has made a video, in this realm where, hey, proof of Kennedy being out is because Jack is out at Twitter. I'm just shocked that no one's made some kind of stupid retard logic video around that. Like, look, he's been out for a long time, and this new guy's been running things. Bullshit.
3rd of December, that's the same birthday as my grandfather. And I'm the 1st of December. Sagittarius.
Nice. Yeah. And there's no H in Ryno, so get it right.
No, that's all right. All right. Well, there is no H in the way I spell it, but that's all right. I've seen it a few times like that. At least the Y's there, not the I.
What was this guy's line right here in the first season? I want to see the baby. Is that what it was? Something like that. What that? We're not going to go down that rabbit hole about the Mandalorian, but that character was like the most pointless character ever. Yeah,
there's a lot of pointless characters in the Mandalorian. Fucking so many. If you actually scroll down a little bit more, there's a photo of a couple of the directors. When I look at it, I kind of go, all right, so out of those people, who do you like? Well, the names are below it. You've got Jon Favreau.
I like how wide your mouth's open.
You got Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Taika Waititi, Rick.
What's her name? Cho or no?
Deborah Chow. There's an ad.
Yeah.
What's that ad? Can you hear that?
What?
No.
Must be on your side, dog.
Yeah. Well. Deborah Chow, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Is that who
the chick with the mouth open? Yeah.
Yeah, I like the chick with the mouth open. I don't like the guy with the mouth open though.
Like 50%, at least 50% of those people I don't trust.
Who's this?
That is Rick. I can't pronounce the last name. Scroll down a little bit.
This is the picture.
Oh, we'll get out of the picture. Rick
Famuyiwa.
Yeah, okay. So never heard of. Don't trust Taika Waititi.
No,
don't trust that. Don't trust Dave Filoni. I trust Jon Favreau to be able to direct something, but for him to be creating Star Wars under Dave Filoni and his bullshit of law keeping, fuck that. And Pablo Hidalgo. Deborah Chow, she apparently did a couple of good episodes of The Mandalorian. I'd argue that there are no good episodes of The Mandalorian.
Same.
And you got Bryce Dallas Howard, who has, I think, proven that she's a bit of a woke SJW sort of director, Hollywood person. Yeah, fantastic. There's your Mandalorian Disney gallery.
Let's keep reading this though.
Yeah.
I gotta
zoom.
All right, so these two new scoops from WDW Pro and Randolph, aka Grace Randolph, aren't the first time we've heard of Filoni and Favreau possibly working on a Star Wars film. Scooper Mikey Sutton, oh yeah, that bastion of credibility, claimed back in September 2020 that a Mandalorian theatrical movie was being discussed. I'm sure it was being discussed, like they're standing around, hey, people like the show, we should make a movie. And that was probably the end of it.
Yeah.
So, they just had Solo and all that shit that bombed. Sutton and Rise of Skywalker. Sutton wrote at Geekosity, it's no surprise that a Mandalorian theatrical movie is being discussed at Disney. He went on to claim, according to a source, the film will include characters introduced on the Rebels animated show, and the big bad is going to be Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Wow.
And when did this come out? After the episode or before the episode that they showed what's her name looking
Ahsoka.
for that was
I don't
before,
know.
right?
I don't know.
Because it says September
Well,
2020.
when yeah, probably was The Mandalorian season 2 like late last year?
Yeah, because that's when we did our EFAP stream.
Fuck,
series.
has it been that long? It has been. I can't believe
Yes,
it. It's
1 year,
December.
man.
Oh my god. Oh my
Because
god.
I didn't know you guys the December before that. So
2 years have gone, just disappeared. Wow, I just realized what just happened. 2021 has just disappeared.
yeah, Lucasfilm.
Sorry, go on.
Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy did confirm that The Mandalorian and its spin-off shows would lead to a climactic event during Disney Investor Day 2020. That was last year, you know, the famous photo with all the icons, and that will be making an appearance in my Lucasfilm Supercut tomorrow night. She specifically stated, set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, these interconnected shows, along with future stories, will excite new audiences, embrace our most passionate fans, and will culminate in a climactic story event. It's unclear what that climactic story event might be, but it's also possible it could be a film that spins out of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett.
I'd remove the most passionate fans, and
Yes.
I'd replace that with most gullible fans.
Agreed.
But go on.
Agreed. In January of this year, Sutton also scooped that come on, John, claims to have scooped that Lucasfilm was planning to adapt Timothy Zahn's Star Wars trilogy, Heir to the Empire. Actually,
They are. That's what the Book of Boba Fett they're doing with the Book of Boba Fett. I agree with Ryan to some degree that, you know, they're trying to make Boba a Talon card. They're trying to make Ezra going to be, what's his name? The Dark Jedi.
Jorah Sabaoth.
Jorah Sabaoth. Thank you.
But the thing of it is, like, Sutton, I don't think he was the first. I think that giant freaking robot website that they claim to have scooped Strange New Worlds having its own series, which was pretty much like a that's a no-brainer. And then they scooped Wonder Woman being released on streaming, which was also we're in the middle of, you know, a global pandemic and stuff. But they claim first, I think, that they were going to do that. And I made that video on it like in January. It's one of my most viewed videos, and the views keep on climbing. And it was like, why Disney Lucasfilm will not be able to adapt Heir to the Empire. And the whole point I made in the video was, yeah, they're going to use the name, but like, it's not going to be that story. So it's not an adaptation. It's something with the name on it where they might have 1 or 2 or 3 things that are similar to it, but it's not an actual adaptation. Oh yeah, and Senate's right. Read that. Let's read this. Want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
The Senate, who's been a great supporter forever. Yes. I can't wait for your breakdown of every episode of Chungus Fett in the morning like last year. Well, number one, I won't be able to do it because I'm not working from home on those days anymore, because I was literally doing those when I was supposed to be working. But I have the type of job where as long as I deliver my fucking results, it doesn't matter when I'm working. You and EFAP were the only people saying how fucking retarded that is. You guys are quicker, which I like. Yeah, because I would wake up at 4 a.m, right? 5 a.m, watch the episode, and then we would do your stream like at our time, 7 o'clock or something like that. Fucking amazing stream series. The most, to this date, after 18 months of streaming, the best streaming series I've done.
Yeah, they were fun.
Period. Bar none.
But this is the thing. Are you guys aren't watching the Book of Boba Fett, are you?
No.
Greg?
Gweg?
I don't know where he went.
Oh, fuck, I was muted. No.
Yes.
No.
Anyway, I'll have to describe it to them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll jump on there and you can tell us, you know, this happened, and we'll be like, well, yeah, you know, from our standpoint, this is why it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
How much more of this? This is almost over.
Yeah.
Set and relayed, one insider said he wouldn't be surprised if the end game of The Mandalorian putting together his team of galactic ragtag cosmic Avengers will result in a theatrical film named Heir to the Empire #1. It's not going to be The Mandalorian. It's going to be Bo-Katan. What do you make of these new rumors? Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's it. And I didn't like this comic adaptation. I thought the art was shit, by the way.
I never seen it. But
It's not good.
look, just my thoughts on this, just in general. I think people well and truly know my thoughts about John and Dave and what they've done now to Star Wars. They've almost created a whole new offshoot of fans with this. Well, that's actually created by YouTubers, but I don't know. These guys don't understand Star Wars. They don't understand the universe of Star Wars.
They don't want to understand it.
People can say that Dave Filoni was apprenticed to George Lucas. He was George's Padawan and all this kind. I don't care. I don't care. It depends on how you know. If fucking Anakin was Obi-Wan's Padawan, but he still turned to the dark side, didn't he? Right? Basically, Dave has turned to the dark side. He's turned to the Kennedy side. He thinks these things are important, take precedence over story and actually good progression. It's just, I mean, let me just add this. Fucking go for it. You know who they should actually get to come and help them write these new Star Wars movies moving forward? Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, honestly, just do it. You're already fucking it. You think you're saving it. There's a lot of people out there that think they're saving it. So in which case, are they actually saving it? No, they're not saving Star Wars. They're saving Disney's Star Wars. They're saving their Star Wars. That's what they're trying to save right now. Real Star Wars is truly dead. Whether people like it or not. And people will go, no, it's not dead. Like, you know, just absolutely just concentrate on the 6 movies and the EU and it will stay alive in your heart. But moving forward with any new stories or any new movies of real Star Wars, it's gone. It's dead. It's done. Kathleen Kennedy has as much control as she ever had. Ever. Still for 3 more years.
Yep.
Fucking stupid. It's so
3
stupid
more
to
years.
think,
3 more years.
That doesn't equate. It's just it blows my mind how people can be so fucking gullible. I got another rumor for you all. I've got my sources, right, and they've confirmed these, right, which should no longer make it rumor, but you know it's confirmed by my sources. But you know the rumor is, look, someone's riding Gullible in the sky, and everybody's like, "Yay! Look!" And then, you know, a week goes by and, oh, it's not over there anymore. It's over there. But look, it's still Gullible. It's just not over there anymore. It's over there. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. And look, you know, people started calling us EU elitists as like a way of slagging on us or something like that. Fucking, I'm embracing that shit. I am an EU elitist. You know why I'm an EU elitist? Because it's the only Star Wars we've got. It's the only Star Wars we've got. That's it. You want Disney's crap? You want more Mandalorian? Well, congratulations, everybody that sobbed your fucking eyes out. Everyone that fucking thought that they'd turned a corner because of it. In the wokest episode of the entire Mandalorian, I thought there was a precedent out there saying if it's not woke, then it's good. That's the precedent that was being pushed out there, right? And this was the wokest episode in the entire fucking show, and yet it was the best episode in the entire fucking show. Because why? But Luke Skywalker. That's why. It's absolute fucking dog shit.
Elite. The The elite. Hey, highlight.
I know I will gatekeep this shit till the day I die.
Let's do it. Keepers of the gate, baby. Hey, highlight Soul Assassin's comment.
This one?
No, it's before that one. My bad.
This one.
It's like 3 up. Yeah. Then highlight mine 2 later, 3 later.
So does Hamill. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. It's funny. I was talking with you, Greg, about this, and it's kind of like I don't care, but I do care, and it's a really hard sort of balance for me in regards to actually how much to care about it. Really, how much do I really care about Star Wars anymore? Well, I still care about Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love real Star Wars. I love the galaxy. I love the fact that there are rules in the galaxy, laws that need to be abided to. I don't know.
And I love the Star Wars galaxy.
You got some cool shit, man.
Yeah.
I got all this like Lego and maybe some newer stuff, and you got all this old stuff that I want. All the old shit.
And actually, that's not something I've always had. I had a few Star Wars Galaxy, but I found a motherfucker with like a lot of 8 of those for $30, those magazines, and they have fucking posters in them and all this shit. So that's what I like buying. I like going to eBay and tracking down like just unique, interesting stuff, not $2,000 statues and stuff like that. I like the old, like rare but really cool stuff that might not be that expensive. So I can send you guys a list of things that you should have, or at least things that's fun to hunt down.
So I want to again point this out. The original trailer for the Book of Boba Fett has 9.4 million views. Now, again, we can't see votes, upvotes, downvotes anymore.
See if someone did a comment though, like a click like if you want to dislike this. You're gonna give it.
I doubt there's going to be dislikes on this though, because it's
what you liked it. Oh no, you disliked it. Okay,
it's got 307,000 upvotes.
Well, go ahead and make the comment. Go ahead and make the comment.
No, but see, this came out well before the dislike thing changed. But look, I just want to point this out. Like, they're doing all these things every week, 17K, 26K with this chick that does a stupid...
This week we check out
Kristen
some
Baver
character posters. Fill your stocking with
probably has a red
cheer
Baver
and more.
Yeah, and it's always for kids. Because Star Wars fans aren't 30, 40, 50-year-old men or women. But then they've got the two like teaser trailers. You got 1.3 million on this one. That was 5 days ago. And you got 906,000 on this one, which was 3 days ago. I think people were spurging out a bit about like the fact that, you know, it got reported that he's being reunited with his ship Fire Spray. And people were like, it's only the Lego that they're doing that to. No, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I watched it, so that I added to that view count. And I don't watch any of these other ones. But I'm just trying to like point out, what does that tell you? Is that like, you know, is that all because of the Civil War reports that these things are actually getting views and getting likes and stuff like that? I don't know. Anyway, let's watch these.
What? What is this?
This is a little sneak peek teaser for Book of Boba Fett.
Okay. Who handed him that helmet? He's already returned, though.
The Book of Boba Fett, streaming.
So that's that one. And again, the controversial image.
Controversial.
Is that one.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
So slave one with Bulba and Fennec. Now, there was a little bit of talk about how his scars. I have to ask this question: can Bacta, if you go into a Bacta tank, will that completely repair the scar?
No, because
Interesting.
I remember specifically reading novels where let's say X-Wing, where they they have a crash or whatever, and I got to go into a Bacta tank, and then he was lying in his hospital bed scratching a scar that was still itchy from like the Bacta treatment. And think about Luke. Luke had scratches right after his treatment because of the real life not Corvette, but the real life car accident. I was thinking of Corvette Summer. So no, it doesn't complete.
Well, you would think that Vader, even though he is half a corpse, basically, all those scars would have repaired if they were able to be repaired in Bacta.
Well, what happened is he didn't get IG-88 or whatever to spray him with the special Bacta spray. Yeah, it's more effective than an actual tank treatment.
I don't think I've watched this one.
Bacta in a can is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
No, like my understanding of Bacta is it speeds and aids the body's natural healing process, so it would not get rid of scars. It doesn't reform tissues or things like that. It
never has.
It speeds the regular healing process up quite a bit, but it's not some magic health potion.
Correct.
Which they turned it into.
Well, once you aerosol it, then it becomes magic.
Yeah.
I am Boba Fett.
Thanks, we didn't know that.
On the sands of Tatooine. Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
The Book of Boba Fett.
So they're the two. There was nothing new really that we saw. A couple of the same sort of the pretty much just different shots from the same episodes, really. If there were any new shots,
I'm going to subjugate you with respect.
Yeah. So hold on a minute. So when he walks up to that throne and he shoots Fortuna, and then he pulls him off and he sits down, does that happen after The Mandalorian, or is this like an origin, like prequel story where it explains in Disney Star Wars how he got out of the Sarlacc, or is it both, or those flashbacks? I have no idea.
I think based on the fact that we're seeing this scene is pretty much like how it ended in The Mandalorian. I'm expecting it to be moving forward from there. I mean, before The Mandalorian, Fennec Shand and him weren't together. He found Fennec on Tatooine because she got shot in the stomach, right?
Yeah.
In The Mandalorian.
Wait.
So this has to be after The Mandalorian. Has to be.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Yep.
Like I've been seeing people ask this question. Who is Mara Jade? There she is right there. She's an assassin, right?
And she's got force abilities because she can dodge blaster bolts.
Yeah, and she's an assassin.
They're going to explain it away. They're going to explain it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They're going to explain it away that she had some attachment to Palpatine. And that she's still working for Palpatine, and that's how he comes back in things.
Because he's Talon Card, right? He's going to be Talon Card.
She's going to be Mara.
Mm-hmm.
And because Ahsoka's going to come and see them.
So they're going to turn Fennec Shand into Mara Jade?
Yeah, because George Cardass, he absorbed Jabba's organization, and then Talon Card took over when George retired.
Think about it. Think about it. When she got shot in her stomach and died on Tatooine, her hate kept her alive. Yeah. Like Maul. And then he repaired her with droid parts. And but like she was able to dodge a bolt. Like what they're foreshadowing that she's force sensitive. She probably knows that she is, but us as the audience don't. It's just stop. It's true. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And I've been like, I watch a fair bit of Ryan's stuff and Ryan's videos that he puts out and everything. And exactly what he said, it absolutely makes sense. They're wanting to adapt Heir to the Empire into their own. So again, they're just ripping off the EU and bastardizing it all over again.
Fuck CGI Luke.
All over again.
Not just Luke, but all of them. They're going to do all of them.
Even though it's not Mara. Well, see, this is the thing, dude. The whole concept of Mara Jade, based on what we have with the sequels, cannot exist. Mara Jade in their universe cannot exist.
No.
Also, due to the fact that she was the Emperor's hand, right? And she had this connection. And she had this connection with the Emperor, and the Emperor is still alive throughout all these events. Mara Jade cannot work or fit in the story. But how do you adapt her story into another character is like this.
Right. Yep, that's the missing piece of the puzzle. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me earlier. Because I didn't give a fuck enough. But now that I'm looking at this picture, I'm like...
Gross.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, does Hamill get to does he get to kiss
no, that whole relationship, that whole thing isn't going to happen. You know what is going to happen? She was sent by the Emperor after Ahsoka left the Order.
Yeah.
She was sent by the Emperor to hunt her down and destroy her because of the attachment that she has to Anakin, right? So her thing is that she needs to kill Ahsoka Tano, right? Instead of kill Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Instead of that, it's going to be kill Ahsoka Tano. And Ahsoka Tano is going to be the Luke of it all. Ezra Bridger is going to be the Dark Jedi that you've got thrown in there. Man, it's all the pieces are coming together and it's fucked up.
Like I'm telling you, my Disney Lucasfilm supercut, you're going to see Filoni saying stuff that doesn't confirm this.
You and me both, dude. If that actually happens, I will actually clip this entire conversation
we will.
say, look, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
But the point is, my supercut's going to show him saying stuff that indicates that he doesn't think it's an issue appropriating because he called the EU fun ideas and just kind of imaginary shit that didn't count. So in his mind, in Filoni's mind, he's canonizing the expanded universe by bastardizing the basic storyline and adapting it to the lame-ass fucking characters.
And you know why they're doing it like this? You know why they're doing it like this?
Yes.
Because then the people that do love this, that do sob all over this and think that it is Star Wars, will then say to the people that's going, no, it's bullshit. They'll then say to them, oh, you said you wanted the EU. They're giving you the EU. No, they're giving us a bastardization of Star Wars. Not the EU. I don't care about I care about Star Wars as a whole. This is, wow. If they do that, I'm going to laugh for an hour straight too, Senate. Honestly. It's that.
Oh, shit. I just remembered something.
And the thing is that you can believe that that's where they're going with it based on what we're seeing.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you could really explain Luke too, because, if you want to use Luke initially before transferring over to Ahsoka, Luke falls head over heels for Fennec Shan. And unfortunately, Luke wants to pass on his family lineage. And unfortunately, Fennec has, a bunch of copper wires where her uterus should be. And she can't conceive.
No, she's just gay.
Gets rid of her and becomes, it turns her gay.
Yeah.
And then, then she goes and seeks Ahsoka. I
can't believe it. My head's blown. Like, my mind's blown. Just in regards to thinking that that's where this is going. I actually can't wait to see it, to really see if this is what it is. Because even in the trailers for the Book of Boba Fett, like, he is the Talon card of...
Well, I mean, This is exactly what Mandalorian fans deserve.
Yes.
True.
If you've been one of those that's been compartmentalizing and trying to justify and all that other thing, like if they do this is exactly the Star Wars that you fucking deserve.
Yep.
Enjoy it.
Wow.
If they even go that route, but they could age up Omega too,
Well, how
Oh
long
my
is this
God.
supposed to take? I think.
So how old is
Hang
Omega
on.
in?
Hang on, I'm trying to remember. So the Bad Batch takes place pretty much within, I would say, a 6-month period of Revenge of the Sith. So by the time we get to Mandalorian, which is 5 years after Return of the Jedi, she would
Wait.
be. It's
She'd
19
be 10.
years.
She'd be
hang
10
on.
years.
It's 19
older.
years. No, she'd be way older. She'd
Well,
be
yeah,
in her
because you have the distance.
she'd be in her 30s or 40s.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
'cause
old
how much-
was she in the fucking Clone Wars?
Like 10? No, she'd be
Okay.
older than 10. Maybe
Thir-
13, something like that.
So 19 plus 13 is what, 32, right?
Yep.
32.
Okay,
and
then
add
add
about
9 years from the New Hope. She'd be about 41 years old then.
And then add
In
5
human.
years to the Mandalorian.
No, I've already done that.
No,
9
that-
years.
that's part of the
Or
10
the
years.
Return of the
Yeah.
Jedi, and then
Man-
And then
Mandalorian's 9
I
/
believe
10
the
anyway.
Book of Boba Fett is supposed to be taking place immediately from the moment that we see in the Mandalorian.
except for the flashbacks, yeah, because they obviously
Yeah.
do flashbacks, yeah. to
So
after
you-
We
Return
do
of the
because
Jedi.
we do that
you-
now.
you
We do
could age
flashbacks in Star
Omega
Wars
up.
now.
Yeah, of course.
Did we ever
So
do
you could age-
flashbacks in Star Wars before? No, there might have been some Force visions, but a lot of those weren't flashbacks. They were flash forwards, if anything. If you did see any Force visions, it's such this scripted way of writing stories, and it's fucking doing my head in. There's no uniqueness to this. Star Wars isn't unique anymore. It's fucking weird.
Nope.
It's fucking weird. Anyway, I didn't want to go too much into it because, again, we've just got to. It's not long now until it's the end of this month. We get the Book of Boba Fett starting. I will be watching it. I will be doing reviews. I'll be doing video reviews, and I'll be doing the reviews on stream. As much as these guys might not want to talk about it, they'll be listening. And more often than not, I can usually describe the episode well enough that they can. It's almost like they've seen it anyway. So hopefully,
Just
we
make
can
a
do
video
bit
on
of
it.
that. Yeah, I will be. Well, I'll be
And
doing the
then we'll
reviews
watch
the
the
way I'll be
video.
doing like my more recent types of reviews, where I'll be clipping out bits. I'll be recording while I'm watching it, and I'll be clipping out bits of that.
And here's the thing, guys. Like, if I were to watch the episodes, I'd be able to point out little things like, well, this technology doesn't make sense. But we did that with The Mandalorian. And at this point, it's like beating a dead horse because there are so many instances of us like pointing this stuff out and proving stuff that it's like it's been done, But if major plot points that Ryno tells us, we can like say this is why this doesn't make sense from like a high level. I just can't give my time, even if it's in a critical manner, to Disney Star Wars anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and I just don't want to see it. I'm pretty over. Like, I'm over Star Wars. Like, I'm not happy with what it's done, but honestly, the way people reacted to The Mandalorian, I'm just kind of like, fine, you can have it. Fuck off.
Well, it was the same thing for Ichibaka. As soon as those reactions came to The Mandalorian, and then the way he was talked to when he gave his opinions or what was going on, and the way he was talked to or about or whatever, and he just said, fuck it, we're not fighting for the same thing. I thought we were fighting for the same thing, but we're not. And based on the fact that I can clearly now see that I'm in the minority and what I was fighting for isn't going to happen. He walked away. He stopped making content.
Yep.
And it's just that's horrible.
Yeah, and it's horrible, and it's also
You know who created that? One of the nice guys out there. I'm not going to specifically point the finger, but if you know who I've been hating on recently, that person created that to the point where his fucktards went after him to tell him how bad of a person he is for criticizing The Mandalorian and John and Tave's little fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was that group of people that made that guy that was making great content and really told you how it was about Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is dumb. Doesn't exist anymore because of
it's so dumb.
Fucktards out there.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Greg? Sorry.
Well, Disney Star Wars is still dumb.
Oh, fucking oath, it's still dumb.
And see that's been my complaint for most of it is that it's not your red pill buzzword shit. It's woke, it's intersectional, all that jazz and everything. It's just, even throwing all that stuff aside, it's dumb. It's not good. Yeah. And the absence of woke and these other elements, even when they're truly absent, doesn't make something good. If the story is still dumb and it doesn't make sense, and the characters don't behave in character,
yeah,
and nothing matters because it's just undone or redone some other way or explained away in some other book, it's just not worth investing in.
Yeah.
Like, why should I invest in it at all if it doesn't matter to them, the people that are making it?
Yeah, and the fact that Itchy left, it also shows a fuck ton of integrity, because he could have kept on going, making videos, either going along with the crowd or else continue fighting anyway, and he would have had views. But he realized that, hey, it doesn't matter, and I'm walking away.
War's lost.
And yeah, you've got to.
And I said that in one of my more recent videos. There is no winning and losing anymore. There is no tilting or like, we're starting to win the war in Star Wars, or we're starting to, we're losing
false
the war.
hope, man.
It's not winning and losing anymore. It is lost. We lost. The fans
irrevocably lost.
And Disney and Kathleen Kennedy and John and Dave won. They won, and they got all your money.
Wave the flag.
They won. There's no winning and losing. They fucking won it all. And good day, Stig. How you doing? Another one of us. EU elites.
Could have. We had a chance to maybe
Teresa
make a difference, but as soon as we caved on one show, game over.
Yep.
I think it was before Luke Skywalker, Greg.
I think it was before. I think it was the Clone Wars. Yeah. I think it started with the Clone Wars. Season 7 of the Clone Wars.
And Baby Yoda.
As soon as Baby Yoda became a thing.
Yeah.
As soon as Baby Yoda became a thing, game over. It's game over. Because you had like the most vocal people, or the ones that were, some of the ones that were most vocal against Disney Star Wars was just like, I like this. Hey, Baby Yoda.
Yep.
They bought all the merchandise, and that was the end of it. It was, that's fine. I don't need Star Wars. I don't need new Star Wars.
With a lot of those bigger channels and stuff out there that talk like about Star Wars and stuff like that, it's been incredible, the breaking points for me, and how much I've felt like I was sucked in to that, to thinking that person was sort of on my team, quote unquote. Like Star Wars theory, right? For me, the breaking point was the Rise of Skywalker. After the Last Jedi, he went into the Rise of Skywalker saying, if Anakin's not the chosen one anymore, and if he's not in this, and blah 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 blah, and he went on like a bit of a rant about like what he wanted, and if that's not the way it's going, then he's out, or he's gonna hate it, or whatever. None of that happens, and then he comes out and he just goes, "Oh yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good." Now I know that he flip flops all the time, but I think that it depends on who he's talking with or what channel he's on. But then, you know, with Doomcock, for example, like I was really starting to be a bit iffy with him. And then it got to the point where the Luke Skywalker moment happened, and he put out a tweet saying that law and continuity don't matter as long as we get an emotional payoff. I was like, fuck, really? Really? You're telling your 200,000 subscribers that this is good because of the emotional payoff? Really? It's kind of like saying that I'm out of Star Wars because they got rid of Gina Carano. What did Gina Carano bring to Star Wars that made Star Wars so good? Nothing. If anything, Gina Carano brought a broken character to Star Wars.
Oh, a replaceable and insignificant character, at least as written thus far.
She gets fired on social media because of her political leanings or her political beliefs or a political statement that she wants to make. And that's enough for everybody to go, oh, fuck you, Disney.
For a few months.
I thought that after The Last Jedi, that The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Solo, Rogue One, season fucking 7 of the Clone Wars, Resistance, blech, The Mandalorian. It's all Disney Star Wars.
Batch.
It's all garbage. Some might not be as bad as others, but it's still bad. And that's where I fucking hate when I sit here and I get told, like, before we have The Mandalorian, before we have season 7 of the Clone Wars, before we have any of these other things, all the other added-ons, before we have the Civil War, let's put it that way, right? Fucking, I'm criticizing the shit that Disney's doing to the lore, to the continuity of things. I've got a whole series of fucking videos on my channel breaking it down and going into it. But fucking no, as soon as it's like the narrative is created by a person with sources. And again, I'll bring it back to the point that how many sources need to confirm something, right? Before it's no longer rumor. I can have somebody say to me, oh, I think this might be happening. And yeah, okay, I'll report that as rumor, right? But if somebody comes to me and says, oh, I think this is happening, and then I go off to my other 10 agents and sources and anal probe masters, right, and ask them, oh, this person told me this. Can you confirm? Oh, yeah, I can confirm that. Oh, yeah, I can confirm that. How many people need to confirm it before it stops being rumor? Anyway, on that note, we have a guest in the house. I have to play her little intro once again. Here we go.
Роскомздрав не запретит.
Not bad, not bad. Now you.
Роскомздрав не запретит.
My dance is way better.
Perfect. Hello, Steph. You're muted, I think.
Hi.
Hi. How
Happy
you going?
birthday.
Thank you.
I imagine that since it's your birthday, you're not raging so much, right? You're not yelling. You're having an extremely great time on the stream. Maybe not even talking about Star Wars, just like, just taking it easy, just having an easy, happy birthday stream.
No.
I imagine that's what this is. That's what I'm walking into right now, right?
Yep. Well, look, I got all the Star Wars stuff out the way before I sent the link out. It just seems that, with me and Star Wars, it just goes on and on and on and on. But how have you been? How have you been,
I've been
Steph?
good.
How's your Twitch going?
How's Twitch going? Twitch is going good. I wasn't able to stream today just because I was taking care of a lot of stuff, but I'm playing Animal Crossing. And to be honest, like first world problems, I know, but I was just like, I can't even turn on the Switch. My eyes, I can't focus. Like my allergies are really bad and stuff. So
that's no good.
Like I'm looking at my monitor right now.
Might be Omicron. Be careful.
Everybody, I'm looking at everybody is blurry. Like my vision has been blurry all day long. Just because
your glasses should be bigger and it might help.
You got on Twitch now?
Like 830 something.
We need to get Steph's Twitch.
I don't have Steph's Twitch in my links list. Does anyone have it?
Yeah, we've got a month.
I have a month. I know
to get her to 1,000. It's not impossible. We need another 170. Now, what do we got? We got 28 people here watching this stream right now. If all 28 people, if you're not already following Steph on Twitch, if you go and click that follow, that would be brilliant.
I found it.
Thank you. But if you could tweet it out and just go, let's get Steph to 1,000, and then just put the link.
That'd be awesome.
So it's so simple. Shut up, Eric. I'm trying to plug some shit. For fuck's sake.
That was Eric?
Yeah, because he does the long wind out meows. Charles is more like the.
He's like, you're not yelling anymore.
Benzo already done. Nice. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I've been seeing Benzo.
There's the link there. So everybody, I'm
trying to get to 1,500 subs on YouTube by the end of the calendar year. I only have 29 days.
And how many are you on?
1,380. So I need about 120. I've been doing 50 a month. So, double up December and we can do it. It's Christmas time. We can do it.
1K was the goal.
Everyone make like a burner account and hit sub.
My sub count's weird. I keep going like 1275 and then 1274 the next day and 1273.
Because you're saying something they don't like, Ryno. Don't forget.
Yeah, probably. Probably. But yes, everybody
never. Ryno always says like just stuff that people agree with.
I say that's right. I say stuff that is important and means shit, and I say meow. I say shit like this. Can you see the ball sack now?
You're like stroking your leg with your one finger too.
That's the weirdest clip. Who made that clip?
It's got to be Scimitar, right? It's got to be.
Jeez.
Well, Steph, it's perfect timing for you to come in, really, because I was about to go into. We are going to go off Star Wars. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into what we're going to go into. I was watching a movie the other night, and it got me thinking about how good movies were, how good movies used to be, and it just goes to with Tim's Alternative Factory that he does. There is still a lot of great entertainment out there. It's older stuff, but it's fucking brilliant. And stuff that you don't need great special effects for or anything like that. And the movie that I'm talking about, I've seen it before. It was a long time ago that I watched it, and I actually got to watch it just the other night, is A Perfect World, or The Perfect World, A Perfect World.
I haven't seen that movie.
Kevin Costner. Nope. You've got Clint Eastwood. You haven't seen it.
God, I'm bored already.
Have you not seen it, Greg?
No.
Oh my God, it's a great movie. I'm so surprised. Tim, have you seen it?
Are you saying you'd recommend it?
No, I'm not saying that I would recommend it, Greg. Not to you anyway.
How old is this movie, Ryno? How old is this movie?
Let me bring it up because
1990s,
it got me thinking.
I'm familiar with the movie. I just never saw it.
Never heard of it.
I've seen like a handful of Kevin Costner films.
Everyone's going crazy about Yellowstone, though. I see this clothing like in Tractor Supply and other stores of this like thing, and I didn't realize it's from the show. Like Yellowstone Ranch is like a clothing brand now because of that fucking Peacock show. and my wife
Oh.
watches it. I have never seen it. I don't.
Neither
like
have
new
I.
stuff, but
I
I
liked
heard it's
Kevin
good.
Costner
So.
in that. It's like a short, like what miniseries, Hatfields versus McCoy, Hatfields and McCoys.
That's
Did you
about
see
what
that one?
10 years old, something like that, from
I
History
don't know
Channel.
how that is, but yeah, it was on the History Channel. That's
Yep.
such a good.
Let's look it up. Let's see if I'm right.
miniseries. It's so good.
Hatfields,
The best movie is
McCoys.
Tin Cup.
Tin Cup is good. I like The Bodyguard.
2012. I was off by a year.
You're such a girl.
Yeah, Bodyguard, such a girl.
I got the stuff that you want. I got the thing that you need. I am the
All right,
queen
yeah,
of
I'm gonna
the
show
jungle.
the IMDb on this movie, A Perfect World.
Ooh, and Robin Hood.
Oh, the Prince of Thieves.
So this movie came out in 1993.
1993.
Should we
I
watch
have
the
never
trailer?
seen that movie. But he looks
I
good
really
in
don't
those
like Kevin
sunglasses,
Costner,
though.
so.
He just broke out.
Are you gonna shoot me?
Me and you are friends. He just found out.
You got no problem if I handle this?
Now the rest of Texas better watch out.
We got an armed killer and an innocent boy out there.
You're not bad, are you, Butch?
Oh, yeah.
A Perfect World, directed by Clint Eastwood. Look for it on video cassette.
Look for it on video
Video
cassette. Yeah. Old school. No, honestly, it's such a well-written, well-directed. I think it's a great movie. Great movie. But it did get me thinking, like, what's your favorite Kevin Costner movie?
There's a Yellowstone trailer down there, by the way.
This one?
Yeah. What's my favorite Kevin Costner movie? I don't know. I'd have to think about it because I don't really have any favorite movies that feature Kevin Costner.
I know.
But if I had to
what are
pick,
his,
I don't know.
What are his?
Wyatt Earp.
I've never seen Wyatt Earp.
Never seen it. No.
What are his movies?
Waterworld.
Ooh, Waterworld is good.
Water Sports.
I like Waterworld.
Waterworld was okay.
I like
Waterworld got a lot of undeserved hate. Like it was nowhere near as bad as the press was, but that was just one that was very popular to shit on at the time because of its production problems.
Zoom in, Ryno. We can't see that shit.
Yeah, Tin Cup is my favorite.
Man of Steel.
Oh, Man of Steel. Man of Steel.
It's a movie that he's in. I wouldn't say he's like.
Yeah, no,
that's true.
Man of Steel.
Pick a movie that he's like
Man of Steel.
Not the lead.
Oh, Jack Ryan was a good movie. I didn't hate Shadow Recruit. I thought it was okay. It had Sir Kenneth Branagh in it as the Russian villain. Field of Dreams 2? What? Oh, it's a short.
Short.
Waterworld is really good.
Waterworld is
it's really
okay. Waterworld is a rip-off of Mad Max on water.
It is, but I liked it.
Hey, Swing Vote. That's a movie that
movie.
I wanted to see Swing Vote, but I never got around to seeing it. I need to see that. Open Range, a lot of people liked. I thought it was overrated. The Postman is like...
Postman's a snoozer.
There's Robin Hood.
A lot of people like Tin Cup. I think you like Tin Cup, Greg, don't you?
Yeah, I think Tin Cup is a good movie. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very, very Kevin Costner. I also like Draft Day, but
I hated Draft Day.
A lot of people hate that.
Did you notice like music is playing all throughout that movie, like this background music, and I'm like, turn that shit off. Man of Steel.
I need to watch more Kevin Costner films. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like I'm sure I've seen more movies.
I know.
A lot of them are very, very boring and slow.
Yeah. Well, this one, if you haven't seen A Perfect World, I do recommend it. It is really good movie. It's written well, like I said, and fuck you, Greg.
Fuck you, Ryno.
All right, let's go into what we were going to talk about, and it is Santa Inc. This absolute garbage of a show has started making the rounds. So it is a series on HBO Max. I believe it's 8 episodes or
HBO.
something like that.
HBO.
HBO Max.
HBO.
Would you want me to say H?
Yeah,
HBO
H.
Max.
Just say it more relaxed. HBO.
HBO.
There you go.
HBO Max. HBO Max. We will watch the trailer in a second, as cringe as it is. But Steph shared this with me, actually. So there's already been... Actually, I'll go to the first one here. So Steph put this out, and this is the Rotten Tomatoes score with 17 votes in, giving a 6%. Now, Greg, what does that mean in regards to what we know, how they work their percentages?
It means nothing because it's a garbage site that nobody should reference pro or against anything, but everybody uses it selectively. I don't know why.
But this means that
6% of the people rated it 3.5 or higher.
Oh, higher. Okay. So that's with 17 people. If we actually have a look at the next one,
statistically insignificant.
67 people, it gets 1%. And obviously, there's not too many people out there that are really caring too much about this show, I think. They've seen how cringe it is just from the trailer. I won't be watching it. I don't see how any sane thinking adult could sit down and watch this, especially being that it is obviously targeted to adults, even though it is an animation.
Right.
What do you think, Steph, about all of this? Have you watched any of it?
I haven't watched any of it. I just saw the trailers. But I mean, just based on the trailers, it's an incredibly divisive movie that's aimed to attack one, Santa, two, Christmas in general. It looks like they're making Santa out to be, a straight white man who hangs out with all of these like big league people and treats his elves like slaves. Seriously, that's what it looks like. And just takes advantage of them and comes in and takes all the credit for all of the elves' hard work, and nobody else can do the job because Santa is typically just a white man. That's the only one that's ever held the position of Santa. And it's just a stupid sounding film that honestly just kind of mocks all of the other Christmas films that have come before. That's what it looks like. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like if this film would, if it was in a category, it would be like when Adam Sandler made 8 Crazy Nights, right? I thought that was funny. Like that was funny. It was silly. It was funny. It wasn't really aimed at kids. It was aimed at adults. But that film was funny in its own way. This one is kind of like, let's just attack. That film, it's a Christmas film. It's like a Hanukkah film, and it's, based around this one guy who just needs to better himself. Whereas this one, it's like, let's attack practically everything and kind of make fun of it.
It's funny that you describe it like that, because you can have an offensive joke and it land with everyone, even the people that it offends.
Yeah.
But when you continually offend and intentionally offend and try and do it under the guise of comedy, it's no longer comedy anymore. You're just trolling and offending people. And that's really what I feel like this movie, this show is doing. And again, I've only got the trailer to go off of, but I think that's enough. I don't think you really need any more context than what you see in the trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer, Greg and Tim?
No.
No?
Yep. Yeah.
You have. What do you before we play it for Tim, what do you think? What are your thoughts, Greg?
I think the Fellowship is doing a lot of great publicity work for a show that nobody would have watched or heard about had we not played right into their hands. And they're playing both sides, right? So you create something for your woke audience. They're gonna dig it, right? It's a rip on on Santa Claus and traditions. This is, you know,
the
same
very
kind of people,
small woke audience. Yes.
yeah, the same kind of people that spend all Thanksgiving week trying to like shame people for celebrating Thanksgiving. It's the same kind of mentality.
Yep.
So you got that audience, and then you have the audience that's over, you know, that's reacting to it, drawing attention to it, and let's be honest, drawing views to it. I think a lot of people are going to watch it to see how bad, you know, because they're just now their curiosity is going to get the better of them, and we're playing into their hands by drawing more attention to something that wouldn't have gotten nearly as many views.
There is some relevance.
Now, at the same time, I can argue that we did the same thing with Cuties, and I didn't watch that shit.
That's true.
No, but a lot of people did.
See, I could argue that to some degree there you're right, Greg, because if it hadn't been being pushed so much in people talking about it, then I probably wouldn't be talking about it on Casual Rage.
You would have never heard of it, and you would have never watched it.
You're probably right.
My question is, how do you get a 3-minute fucking trailer for a movie like this? 3 minutes.
Yeah, and you get 30 seconds for Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Let's watch this for Tim.
Okay.
Because the trailer's designed to get people's ire, and you know,
it's designed to trigger people.
Any press is good press.
I don't agree with that.
When you're a kid, there's only one day a year more special than any other day, and that day is Christmas. And we are the magic behind that day.
Is this claymation?
Fucking kids some fucking presents.
I don't think it actually is. It's designed
the hardest work.
What?
He asked if it was claymation, but I don't think it is either.
Yeah, it's like fake
I get
claymation.
mimicking the style.
Yeah, like Gumby and Davy and Goliath. Yep.
Working man in Snowbiz. Good golly, he's jolly. Our own Santa Claus.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Whoa. You're on my naughty list.
Good news, sir. More American kids believe in you than they do in vaccines or the Holocaust.
That's great. I mean, disheartening for America, but great for us.
Hey, pause it. So I'm getting an echo.
Not me.
Big time.
Is that supposed to be Mrs. Claus?
Looks like Joe Biden's wife. The First Lady. Are you still getting an echo, Tim?
No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Who's
That's
echoing?
weird. I'm
Greg, you muted. I'm still getting an echo.
Let me mute me and see if that changes anything.
Ryno? Still getting an echo. Steph? Still getting an echo.
I don't know then.
Is it you?
Is it you?
How would it be me?
I don't know. Anyway, you'll have to
Do you guys hear an echo?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I hear an echo.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm sharing. Try now.
Let's see. Nope.
I don't
I'm
know.
unmuted.
I've done everything. I've done
Rhinos.
Okay, what I was gonna say is that number one, I'm one of the most pro-Israeli guys that are out there, right? But guys like Seth Rogen, like this overblown Holocaust denialism that people like him push is bullshit. I think that's a fringe part of society that claims that the Holocaust never happened. I've never met anyone in real life that told me, hey, Tim, the Holocaust didn't happen. Have you guys ever met anyone in real life that said that? Me neither.
No.
But of course, we got to get some jabs in because stupid Americans, they don't believe in that. It's stupid. It's not a real thing. But not only that.
I love how they get the vaccine jab in there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but I guarantee someone like him in Hollywood that claims to be of, Jewish descent, whatever. I guarantee that he is probably like pro-Palestine.
Well,
and not for Israel. I guarantee.
Isn't he Jewish?
Yeah.
Yes.
But how many American Jews are for Palestine? You know. So, anyway, keep going.
From the North Pole Times. Have you decided who will succeed you as Santa Claus?
Subtext: Santa's old and knocking on death's door. Fuck you. Good question. I'll give it some serious thought. Ha ho ho ho. Bye.
Just none of it's funny.
Mm-mm.
I don't find any of this funny at all.
No.
There have been many Santa Clauses throughout history. Some were loved, others loathed. But the position of Santa has mostly been a white man's game.
Exactly. It's fucking crazy. Things have got to change.
My advice to you is, oh, if I die, get rid of my porn!
I want to be the next Santa. If this is your dream, you have to at least make your case, bitch.
You gotta get intimate with that jolly bitch.
I know you're right, but do you really have to call me bitch every time you say something?
Yes, bitch, because it's empowering to call you bitch.
It's empowering to call you bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Let's go over what we know. Santa and the board are all male and all white. They play golf, drink, smoke cigars, say things like, don't ever marry your mistress.
Just so you know, the women of the North Pole make fun of one of your dicks. Have fun wondering whose it is. What I need to learn is how to bro out with these guys. You know, shoot the shit, do shots, shoot shots of shit.
She has ideas, but can she really be the face of Christmas?
I'll be named successor, die trying.
Merry Christmas, and to all a kick-ass night!
Now that you've seen it, Tim.
Here's the thing. It looks like shit, not just because, it has stuff that I don't agree with. It just looks stupid and unfunny, like you said earlier. But here's the thing. In my perfect world, right, in Tim's ideal global situation, bring it on, motherfucker. Make this movie. I don't give a shit.
They've already made it. It's a series.
Yeah, make it.
It's an 8-episode series. It's out.
Market it. Push it, whatever, great. Because I believe in fighting garbage like this with more free speech. The problem is they will try to cancel like comedy that kind of has the opposite political viewpoint, right? But I don't think we should cancel them. I think we should come out with something that like makes fun of them back. You know what I mean? That fights free speech with more free speech. But it looks like shit. That's the most I can say. But I don't want to cancel them for it. I just think it's fucking stupid.
Well, the entire thing, it's sort of like Steph was saying before. To me, it really feels like they are taking shots at not just trolling in the sense of what they're doing with the woke shit in this and how bad it actually is and how in your face it is, but like they're doing it almost completely intentionally. And then you go, and then you,
yeah,
then you see,
of course it's intentional. Yeah.
And then you see what Seth puts out after, a few people are giving him their thoughts and their reviews of it. And he says, we really pissed off tens of thousands of white supremacists with our new show, Santa's Inc., which is now available on HBO Max. Please read the responses in this tweet for confirmation. Like, this is just, I don't know. These guys really feel like they've got the absolute right to put out absolute garbage and not think the criticism is coming from the ists and the phobes. Like, I'm not saying there aren't actual white supremacists out there, But to call somebody a white supremacist now, to call someone a Nazi now, it's like what it used to be to call someone a hater, right? The hater, you just hating to hate. You're just a hater. You're a hater. You're a hater. You're a hater. It got to the point where it means nothing. White supremacist means nothing anymore because everyone is a white supremacist if they disagree with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been this whole thing about Seth saying, oh, we just live in a big city. You need to deal with the crime, because we live in a big city. It just happens, Fuck, I live in a big city. I know our cities aren't as big as yours, but I live in one of the biggest cities in Australia. And touch wood, I've never had my car broken into.
Did you say touch wood?
Yeah.
It's knock on wood.
Oh, okay.
Touch wood, yeah.
Come on, Ryno. It's knock on wood.
Oh, it's the same thing. Touch
You got to
wood.
knock on it.
In Australia, we just say touch wood.
Oh, knock on. Okay, I didn't get it. I was like,
is that what you guys really say over there? You say touch on wood?
Well, people do say knock on wood, and that's
touch on wood. That has different interpretations.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I'll go off screen and touch wood.
Just stay off screen.
Just mute too, so we don't hear the fapping sound. But
hold on.
He doesn't know how to make a fab sound. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's more like a.
Yeah, but there's no one here to do that with. I need to make it sound like I'm not.
Tim's just musically.
Hey,
he musically fast.
Hey, I'm working on. I'm working on getting laid. I actually used a really, really, really good pickup line. And I have to tell you guys what it was.
Gosh.
Tell me the line.
I have to tell you. So there's a little cafe / servo around the corner, right? And there's this girl in there. And ever since I've lived here, she's worked there. And there's always been a little bit of chemistry there. We're always talking. Every time I go in there, if she's like over in the corner making a coffee or something, she'll take she'll actually look around the coffee machine to say hello and all that sort of thing. So real cute girl too.
Like every other customer, right?
No. This is different.
But does she know you
Ryno,
by name?
she's being paid. You know that, right?
Yes, she does, Steph.
Okay, keep going.
So I go in there and I ask for a coffee. So she goes around. Like you do. She goes around. Well, it's actually a service station. It's a petrol station, a gas station. But they've got it's a foodies as well. So they've got like a little cafe sort of thing in there.
Can I guess what the line is before you say it?
Yep.
You got you went up to her. You were like 6 inches from her face. And you yelled, "You can't hyperspace from atmosphere, you fucking cunt."
Yeah. No, I actually walked up to her and said, "Have you been vaccinated?" She said yes, and I just said, "The nerd is fucked!" No.
You did not.
No,
Oh,
I
shit. I take everything Ryno says seriously.
Seriously.
I
Okay. You know why she takes everything I say seriously? Because I usually tell the truth.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Usually.
no,
And probably too
walked
much,
in there-
honestly.
That's right. I walked in there, I asked
Yeah.
for a coffee. She went around to make a coffee. And while she was making it, we were just chatting and, the weather's been really nice, it's been beautiful, all of that sort of shit. And then I just asked her, as she's handing me the coffee, I just asked, is there any chance that I could make you a coffee sometime? And she said yes, and I got her number.
Did you try dialing the number yet?
Let's
Do
do
it
it on
now.
stream.
Do it
Well,
now.
no,
doesn't
I'm not
matter,
doing it.
you-
No.
Do it now.
The number you have reached.
Okay,
Yeah,
send
do
me
it
a text.
now. Do it now,
Send her a
chat.
text.
I'm not
Do
doing
it
it now.
now. Do
No,
it now.
I'm not doing it
Do
now. I'm
it
not doing it
now.
on stream.
Send her a text.
I'm not
Do
calling
it on
Send her a
stream.
text.
Do it on stream.
No.
Come on,
There's
come
a
on, come on.
strategy, man. You don't just change the
Oh, yes,
strategy.
you
because
do. Are
people-
you kidding me?
You,
Like-
if she's watching, I think you're already kind of screwed that up.
I
If
know
I-
that it's
if
the
I
right
give
number
someone
because
my
I
number-
called her so that she's got my number.
If I give someone my number, I expect a text.
How
Yeah.
quick? straight away.
Like right now on stream.
Like,
walk
like
out the store and go,
that's like an
"Hey,
Australian name
nice
for a
coffee."
chick, right? Persephone.
No, just be like, just so you
Persephone,
have
I'm
my
glad
number.
I met you.
I did. I called her while I was in the store after she gave me her number. So that she's
And
got my
have you done
number.
anything since then?
Here's what Ryno did. He went
because my
to look
turn
at a
came in
shelf
and did
and
the
he went.
stream. This literally happened this morning. What are you talking about?
Just
Text her
send her
this
a
message.
text and be like,
It
send her.
literally happened 6 hours ago.
That's
And
way too long. You've waited way too long. You
No, I
lost
haven't.
it. Now she doesn't
Here's-
think that you really want to take her out for coffee. You blew
Here's
it.
the text message you
blew
send
it.
her. You
Take her
Now-
out. It's going to be in his house.
text her your address.
You guys are talking to me like I've never fucking talked to a chick in my
You
life.
bring the coffee.
send her-
I've got the
send-
cream.
Someone said, who said it? A soul. Soul said, call her or she doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
I don't
Call
fall
That's
for
right,
pre-
Pixar, it
I
didn't
don't
happen.
fall for pre-group pressure.
Come on, just send her a text. We're not telling her to call. Just send her a text.
If you don't do it
Be
now,
like-
it needs to
just-
happen on the
just
full
say
Aussie.
like,
then
so when did you want to get that
she's
coffee?
as real as a source.
Hang on. Oh, yeah.
Greg got you. Greg got you.
Yeah.
Greg got you. Yep. You have to do it now.
Text her
Damn,
my
dude.
line, your address,
your
and you bring the coffee. I got the cream.
Ooh. Ooh.
Star Wars wedding. Yeah, these guys planned my wedding on a completely different stream. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
we have
tracking-
the
tracking
picture we
fobs in
showed
the
earlier of
aisles.
your wedding. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what stream that was on, but you did some weird fucking. Anyway,
Matt.
Some Raging Geek Jedi show,
I'm
I
not.
think.
I'm not. No, I'm not texting her now.
Come on, send her a
What's
text.
the matter, McFly? Chicken?
No, I'm not. I'm
Send her a
not. The thing that I was like, nervous about is already passed. Now I'm confident. She said
Why
yes.
am I-
She gave me her number.
Yeah, but you never.
Now I'm confident.
You haven't. You need to set the date. Be like, let's go out tomorrow.
Steph, there's only one problem that I do have, and that is the fact that I can't take her anywhere because
So
I'm
tell
not
her, let's come to
because
my
I'm not
house.
vaccinated.
So
No,
I
I'm
have-
not inviting her to my house on a first date.
Where are you gonna go?
No, like I would invite her back to my house after the first date, but I'm not inviting her to my house for the date.
Well, then
You know
where
what
are
I'm
you gonna go if you
saying?
can't
So
go
why'd you
anywhere?
ask for her number? Are you looking for some phone
No,
sex? Or
because
what?
I gotta work out exactly what I'm doing. I'm thinking like some sort of botanical gardens, hangout, walk, picnic thing. It's the best I can do.
Discovery. I don't
It is the best
think
I
you
can do
think this
under the
means what you think it
circumstances that I've
means.
got.
Come on,
You know,
man.
the worst thing about it is that if I go and do that, I could get arrested in front of her and thrown in fucking lockup for 10 days because,
Then you'd be a badass and she'd want you more.
Yeah, maybe she.
so basically walk up to a cop and say, I'm here illegally. Anyway.
No,
Oh,
bad boys
Ryno.
aren't necessarily.
Do they really have that much of a law enforcement force to be able to identify every person that's not doing what they're supposed to be
No,
doing?
but the bill just got
Oh.
passed that we were trying to kill that gave Dan Andrews the right to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Ask if she wants the Ryno jab from Matt Wilkins.
All right, we got one more. I'm moving on.
No, I think we should.
I'm very
stay
sad
a
that you're
little
not
bit longer.
texting her right now.
I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I'll be texting her after this fucking stream. I'll be texting her when my head's in the game, not when my head's in a stream. All right. Last thing.
Because you got game.
I don't have any game. I think
Clip
my dry
that.
spell. I think my dry spell tells me that I've got no game.
He really has no game.
I've got game, but just not a lot. All right. Did everyone see this? The fact that he's doing a
Yeah, I
fucking
saw
interview.
Ryan Kinnell's video on it.
No.
You
I
haven't
watched
seen
his
this, Greg?
interview. Yeah,
You watched the whole interview?
I
When did the interview come out?
It was at 7:00 or like 8:00
Tonight?
on ABC. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be on Hulu. So
Okay,
you can
I
watch
have
it on
Hulu.
Hulu. But
Yeah.
tonight it only streamed live on like ABC.
So
And it's I think it like streamed like on their app or something, but you could
Hmm.
only watch it there.
I guarantee I could probably like watch like it archived or whatever. But I
I
watched.
looked everywhere for it because I wanted to put clips out because it wouldn't let me clip it. Like it was
Uh-huh.
since it was on.
You know what you got to do? You got to use Firefox, Steph. If you use Firefox, it'll
Oh.
let you. Yeah, it'll let you like clip it.
Yeah, it
That's
would
what I
not
do.
let me clip it. I was getting pissed off because this interview, it didn't do him any favors.
Well,
None
here's
at
the
all.
thing. I watched Ryan's video, and Ryan said something that I said in my short. I don't think it was that short. I think I like EFAP'd the entire thing when he pulled over on the side of the road in Vermont or New
Uh-huh.
Hampshire, wherever the fuck they were. Maine, I don't remember where they were. But I said the same thing, that it's like he's acting his whole life. He's acting. Like, have you ever seen like Alec Baldwin act like a normal person? He's always
No.
acting. He's
Yeah,
like,
it always-
I'm not
yeah.
allowed to comment.
It always feels like
I'm
he's
not allowed to
acting.
comment.
And you'll see that.
That's
You'll see
acting.
that. But you'll also see that in this. Like the bit where he breaks down and cries. I don't get the same empathy that I did for, let's say, Kyle Rittenhouse when
Right.
he broke down and cried. Like I look at this and go, dude, that is acting.
And
I
the
just
fact
wanna-
that he's
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead. Go Black.
I was just going to say the reason why is because I'm not allowed to go into any place without showing a vaccine passport, and I haven't been vaccinated, and I'm not getting vaccinated. So yeah, she's obviously vaccinated because she's working in a mainstream sort of normal job that you would have to show evidence of a vaccine. So what? I go and pick her up. And I go, oh yeah, we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go to a restaurant or something, and then we might, go for a walk along St Kilda Beach or whatever, and then maybe go see a movie or whatever. Right? I can't do any of that other than walk along the beach.
Did you have a mask on inside the coffee shop?
No, I don't. I don't wear a mask anymore,
Nice.
and I can get fined. I can get fined
Are we
10 grand
talking
now for
about
not
Alec
wearing a
Baldwin?
mask because of the bill that just got passed. If I'm not wearing a mask and I get caught, 10 grand. Fine.
Wow.
So
anyway,
welcome to my
you need to take her somewhere anyway and just say, babe, I'm risking my life for you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The fact that he fucking lied about I didn't pull the trigger, like, what is he saying? That someone behind him with
No.
another gunshot? Like,
Well,
That
let me
it
ask you
was-
this. You guys know guns better than I
Magic
do.
fire.
well, Steph
No,
saw
this
the
is what
interview, Ryno. Keep going.
This is
Steph.
what he said in the interview. Okay.
Okay.
Because I was actually getting. Oh god damn it! I'm getting a call. Hold on.
Is it Ryno? Okay, sorry.
It's the girl from Rhino's Cafe. Why isn't he texting me yet?
Let's watch this while.
All right, go ahead.
Who was loved by everyone who worked with and liked by everyone who worked with and admired.
Look, the way his face just changes.
And admired.
There. Kind of like that's acting. It's fucking
it's
acting.
bad acting is what it is.
Yeah.
Even now, I find it hard to believe that. It just doesn't seem real to me.
You haven't said much in public since that tragic accident.
Well, this phony
That's
fucker, George Stephanopoulos.
I think the big question, and the one you must have asked yourself 1,000 times, how could this have happened? You described it as a 1 in a trillion shot, and the gun was in your hand. How do you come to terms with that? It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them. Never.
What did you think happened? How did a real bullet get on that set?
I have no idea. Someone put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
Yeah, there were
How do
500
you
other
respond
rounds
to
or something.
actors like George Clooney, who say that every time they were handed a gun, they checked it themselves. Your emotions are so clearly so right there on the surface. You felt shock. You felt anger.
Yeah, what do you do for a living
You felt
again?
sadness. Do you feel guilt? You said you're not a victim, but is this the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Yes. Yeah. Because I think back and I think of what could I have done.
Alec Baldwin, unscripted.
All right, what did he say,
and they
Steph?
used a
Like,
picture of him from
how did the gun shoot without him pulling
from
the
Red
trigger?
October.
You're muted.
You're
Steph.
muted.
This whole interview.
All I can see is this.
This whole interview, he's like, I don't want to paint myself out to be a victim. But he did. The entire interview he did. He claimed absolutely no responsibility for it whatsoever. He blamed Helena Hutchins because he said that the reason he pointed the gun at her was because she directed him to. They were doing a marking shot, and she told him, okay, pull the gun higher, no, to the left, to where it ended up that he was pointing it at her. And then he cocked the gun, and she was done, right? They were done. And he was going to uncock the gun, and it just went off. It went off. He didn't pull the trigger. That's why he didn't pull the trigger.
So,
it just went off.
okay, these are
He
revolvers,
went to
right?
uncock the gun while still pointing it directly at her.
While still pointing it at her. He went to uncock it. Okay, so he blamed her for the reason that he was pointing the gun at her. But then in the same sentence, he's like, and I don't think that that's how it was going to get shot anyways. So it's like, well, but this is a rehearsal. She's marking where she's going to be shooting you. Then if she's not going to be shooting you that way, why are you pointing the gun at her? Why is she directing you to point the gun at her? But anyway, okay. So then he blamed her. And then he blamed the bullets. Like, oh, I'm not going to be doing any movies with live ammunition on set anymore. The bullets were overlooked. Then he blamed, of course, the armor. And he said, like, oh, the armor is a new term now. I'm familiar with the term armor now. I had no experience with that position in the past. And the interview is like, Stephanopoulos, right? He's like, what did you call it? He goes, the prop guy, the prop person. It's the prop person. That's what he called it. It's like, really? You've been in this industry for how long, and you've never heard the armorer, an actual title of armorer? And then he's like, well, you produced the film, right? So there's responsibility there. No, actually, we don't know who actually hired, the certain people, meaning we don't know. There's several producers. So who hired who is still up for grabs, like up for debate, whatever. And then they ask him, like, do you feel guilty? No. Right away, he just said no, because I'm not responsible. I don't think I'm responsible for it.
Wow.
Yeah, like this if he wanted this interview to make him look good, it didn't. Like, and then not only that, but I went to his Instagram, and like a little bit after, I guess like after the interview aired or whenever it was, because I shared it on Twitter, he put out this post of him holding his boy, and it says, no matter what happens to me, no matter what I suffer, if I win or lose, anything, no one can take away from me the joy and love you have given me. And he tags his wife. These are tough times. The world is choked with fumes of hate, but you have given me a reason to live. Our life with our family is all I care about. Nothing else. I owe that to you. And it's kind of like, okay, so you're claiming that you're not going to paint yourself out to be a victim, but this whole interview, that's exactly what you did. And now you put this out on Instagram to make yourself look like the victim here. You're not the victim here, Alec Baldwin. I don't understand why he keeps trying to do that. He's a fucking asshole. He's an asshole. The guy's an asshole. He has a history of being an asshole in Hollywood. He's an asshole. He's not a victim. You know,
I
and
use
this
Instagram. Can you respond with a video?
No, you can't.
See, that's unfortunate, because I'd respond with a video of him on the phone with his daughter, with Kim Basinger, where he's calling her basically a fat bitch and screaming at her. His daughter.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
the thing is,
the entire interview is just,
it's like blaming the
so
car.
bad. It's such a bad, it was a bad interview.
Stephanopoulos
was asking him like some really good questions, right? And it felt almost like he was trying to get him to be likable. You know, he's asking him really good questions, stuff that everybody's been questioning.
Yeah.
And he was just deflect, blame everybody else but me.
But the problem is, because he's trying to blame everybody else, it means he's got no remorse.
He doesn't, because
he feels like if he shows any remorse, that shows guilt.
Well, they asked
on
him,
his
do you feel
behalf.
guilty about it? No.
Yeah, see, he can't, like, that's because he can't, because he is the one responsible and he can't take that responsibility. I've got a question in
Do
regards
you know what's
to the
even worse,
gun.
though?
Go
Really
on.
quick, what's really worse is I can almost guarantee that Alec Baldwin, his lawyers, and his publicist all got the questions ahead of time.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Stephanopoulos, we know who he is.
And they
We've
would
known
never
for
disclose
30
that, but
We've
yeah,
known
he's
for 30 years. And this may seem like, oh, he's trying to ask him hard questions, but this is fucking CBS or ABC, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It come on. This is like a planned and scripted, and not necessarily scripted, but they had an agenda here to try and
Absolutely.
but how out of touch are they that they watched this and said, yeah, this is ready for air, when it looks completely fake and completely contrived and completely full of shit and makes them look worse. That's how
It
out of
made him
touch
look
these
worse.
motherfuckers are.
It really
Do
did
you know
make
what would
him
have been
look
better?
worse.
Is if
What's
George
that?
Stephanopoulos, knowing his history, like when Alex said that, like, oh, the gun essentially fired itself, he should have said, same shit happened to Vince Foster.
I have to. Oh, Steph, do you need to
Vince
go?
Foster was a Clinton administration person who committed suicide in the park.
Right.
Yes.
Steph, you
But
need
yeah,
to go?
I'm just
Oh, no.
saying that, like, he was asking questions that a lot of people had for Alec Baldwin. You know, he was questioning. He was asking those questions, but I mean, the fact you're absolutely right. The fact that they thought that this was good, that this would make him look good, they're completely out of touch. Because
Yes.
in my view, this only made him look worse, especially when he blamed Helena Hutchins for why, like, he was pointing the gun at her, and nobody can. She can't dispute that. She's dead. It's like, really, like, you're gonna really go that route? Well, she directed me to point the gun at her, which is why she was shot. That's why it was pointed at. I don't know. And then to also say that, like, you know, when the movie was when we were going to shoot the movie, that's actually not where the direction it was going to be, or something like that. It's just kind of like, well, then why then?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And then the fact that he was just like, I cocked the gun, but I didn't pull the trigger. It just happened.
Well, I have a question in regards to that. So they were obviously using revolvers. The revolver's got like a hammer that you pull back, obviously, and then when you pull the trigger,
You don't
the
always
hammer
have to
goes-
pull it back. It depends if it's single action or double action.
Okay, so, but he's saying that he pulled the hammer back. Is
He pulled
that
the hammer
what he's
back?
saying?
Yeah.
And
Okay,
the reason is
so when you
because
Okay.
this is a period piece and it would be a single action where they have to pull it back. Yes.
Okay, so he pulls it back and then he goes to push it forward to uncock it, I guess, is my description.
You'd actually
of
pull
it.
it back to uncock it, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that spring loaded? Could that just slip out of his finger and still fire the bullet without actually pulling the trigger?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, because if the hammer strikes the bullet, it's gonna eject the cartridge.
Obviously, but what I'm saying is there's no safety mechanism or anything, and obviously revolvers are very old guns, so there would be very small amounts of any safety measures. But like it is, so there is a chance that he didn't pull the trigger, and it's still firing. Correct?
If you believe that you would hold your same position, firing position, to uncock the hammer, I suppose, but why would you do that?
Right, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That would
Because
be
you're a
really awkward
moron or
position
you're
to
lying.
do that.
Nothing, no good outcome there.
Yeah, see, I'm asking from a place where I haven't held a gun or anything like that. So it's, you know, I don't know what I'm really talking about. So I'm just curious on whether or not the gun can fire without pulling
Here,
the
let me
trigger.
go get one. I'll be right back. No, I'm kidding.
You notice in movies, like when you see them like uncock the hammer to like stand down from something, you always see them point the gun kind of up when they do it.
Oh yeah.
Like, even in movies, they do that now. I still wouldn't do it that way, but that's like how they dramatically do it in movies.
Yeah.
Is they kind of point the gun up and then release the hammer that
Yeah,
way.
I guess. Yeah.
They
yeah.
wouldn't leave it pointed straight
Pointing
at the
while
target
you're doing that.
because that's an awkward position to try and do that in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
So
Again, I
I
mean, just watching the trailer. I mean, Steph, you've obviously watched the whole thing, but watching the trailer, everything, every emotion that he showed, it felt like he was acting that emotion. You know, even when he goes and breaks down and cries at the beginning of this trailer, it's kind of like he's forcing it. He's making himself get to like that point where he's crying. It's like when you're making a movie or you're acting and you hold on to something sad to try and get those emotions out when you're actually shooting a scene or something. That's what it felt like to me. Anyway, Steph, you need to go, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. That's 2 weeks in a row on Casual Rage.
You're welcome.
Yes,
I love it
and
here.
we will see you tomorrow on the Full Aussie,
Uh-huh.
of course. And everybody, again, if you're not following Steph on Twitch, go over to her Twitch and
Thank you,
give her a
Ryno.
follow. Anything that you want to plug other than your Twitch?
No, just my Twitch.
All right, awesome. Go and follow Steph on Twitch. Thank you for coming by, Steph. Love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, let me get these really quickly. We got Daniel James. He says, hey, all you rebel scum. Alec
Real
Baldwin
rebel
didn't...
scum.
What?
I said real rebel scum.
That's right. Alec Baldwin didn't shoot the gun. It was a transformer, a robot in disguise, obviously. And then hashtag fuck Victoria. Of course, you had to put that in there because of the
disguise.
$31. And here's another $8. It says, here's a late birthday present, Ryno. Get a hooker on me for $7. All right.
Wow.
Only if the hooker works in a coffee shop, though.
That might be her hourly wage.
By the way, what did you order in the coffee shop? I'm more interested in that than the story about hitting on a chick.
Latte, 2 sugars.
Oh. Okay.
Why? It's coffee.
I drink black coffee.
Oh, yeah. See, I tried black coffee. I can't do black coffee. I've got to have milk. Gotta.
Yeah, you guys are
thank you,
quasi-European, so it's okay.
Thank you for those super chats, Daniel. I appreciate it. And just
thanks,
because,
Dan, the man that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Crack host.
Not bad, not bad. Now you...
It honestly
Yeah, that's a
looks
long
like,
ass fucking clip.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It honestly looks like you're doing the chicken dance, and a little bit of this, and a little bit. Jesus. Yeah, I know. Where's this stream gone? That's pretty much it, though, guys. There wasn't really anything else. There was, like I said, there's gonna be no real. I reckon they're gonna keep dropping these little trailers for Book of Boba Fett between now and.
They're TV spots. Is that what those were earlier?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Little teaser TV spots or something. So, 31st of December, coming into the new year, I will start doing those reviews. I'm excited to get pissed off. So that's pretty much it. Anything that you guys want to say?
Yeah. You mean plug or say?
Well, say about anything that we've talked about.
No, we covered it, man. I mean, it's, it's crazy out there, guys. And
Greg?
Stop giving your money and your time to the woke corporations. That's all I can say.
It's just going to keep getting worse.
Amen to that.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Very, very good. Let me just check my Streamlabs really quickly. Oh, no. There's $10 from Jock Nerdy. He says, this is for Steph. I'm sorry. I will, I guess I could send
I'd keep it if I were you. I wouldn't give it to Steph.
She wasn't here long enough. Too bad.
No.
She left by the time I got to it. But thank you, Jock Nerdy. Appreciate that. All right, let's go. Is there anything what are you laughing at?
What you said.
Oh. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Funny. Yes, tomorrow night, Matt Wilkins, if he's still here, we're going to have Expanded University on my channel at my normal Friday night time, and we're going to be reviewing and discussing the movie itself, the movies themselves, and all the backstage stuff of the Ewok movies.
Awesome.
So, because Matt is a big Ewoks fan, and I'm a person that wasn't highly offended by the movies. When I was a kid, I would rewatch the shit out of them because it's like, hey, more Star Wars, right? So we're gonna do that, and then Saturday night,
being offensively bad.
No, they weren't bad at all. Then Saturday night, we are going to do a charity stream, a special edition of The Spacing, where 100%, read my lips, 100% of all the Super Chats and Streamlabs donations will go to Drew T's GoFundMe. His mother is ill, and he has to take care of her, and we want to help him out. So definitely swing by, and 100%, guys, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a political stream. I'm going to have some people swing by. Alora's going to be there. I think Teresa's going to be there. You two guys, I invited you two guys. Hopefully you can make it. Ryan Kinnell said he can swing by for a little while. So
I'm going to try and get there. I've got a few things on the sun. It's Saturday for you, isn't it?
Yes, tomorrow,
Saturday,
about 24 hours from now. A little bit less than 24 hours from now.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some politics and try and earn some money for Drew. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And then I don't think we're doing anything Sunday night. Monday night, Indecent Behavior's back. And then, of course, Your Casual Rage next Thursday. But hey, Fall of Night's back on the 11th, guys. It'll be 6 weeks. But we've been very busy, and we made the decision not to we're going to do it this Saturday. We want it to be every other Saturday. So if we miss a Saturday, we're going to stick with the schedule. And we've been very busy with holidays and family and all kinds of shit. But we'll be back on the 11th to have some fucking fun. So that's where we're at, guys. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow night, before Matt and I get into the topics, my Disney Lucasfilm Supercut is going to debut. I will upload it. It's already scheduled to be uploaded as a video, but I'm going to show it on the stream first, and it's going to expose them over the last several years for the con artists they are. So don't give them your money. Thanks, Ryno.
Cool. Thank you, everybody. Go over to Tim, Open Airlock Policies channel, and give him a sub. I obviously do the streams with him the Fall of Night when I can make it, which is most times.
Yeah, except for once, I think.
Yeah. But yes, all those streams are going to be good. Make sure that you tune in and share out that charity stream, or not charity stream, the fundraiser, I should say. It's not really, it is charity, but it's fundraiser for Drew's mum. And Greg, what is this all about? Do you want to plug? Greg's got something to plug, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and she works in a cafe in Melbourne.
All right, fuck you. No.
Easy lose, buddy. I texted her already. No. The Holy Order of the Jab now has a Discord worship center that is available. You can click on that link to connect to that server. On that server, you will see several channels already set up. There's some announcement channels. Didn't appear to work tonight, so I got to investigate that, because the way it's set up, it's supposed to send notifications anytime that one of the three of us and a couple others, actually, I think Alora and Deadwood Dale as well, anytime any of us have a YouTube video or stream or Twitch stream that starts, you'll see notifications in the announcement channel. If you are not on Twitter, you will also see there's a channel in there for Holy Text, I think is the name of the channel, that you'll see anytime that any one of us tweets. You'll be able to see what the actual tweet is, so you can get some notifications there and some other various channels and everything. So do check it out. Do join.
Yeah.
And people have been asking about Discord, so I played around with it today and kind of set one up. So
that's really cool.
It is there, and there's a couple gaming channels there as well. So if I happen to be playing a game where there's a server that you guys want to join, one game I'm looking into, probably going to end up getting, is Myth of Empires. It's another one of kind of a survival MMORPG.
Cool.
And I'll be setting up a guild on that. And guess what the guild's going to be called?
What?
The Holy Order of the Jab.
There you go.
Very nice.
So what I'd like to do is get a bunch of people that play these games and then have like the Holy Order of the Jab hit some PvP servers and kick some fucking ass.
Yeah, like a cult.
Hold on, we've got something we got to show before we log off.
Well, that's really cool. Everybody go over to that Discord server. It was something that Greg just set up, and obviously my videos are being shared over there, which is really cool. Greg is amazing. He's my executive producer, and he sets shit up like this, which is great. So go over to that. You can go to Greg's YouTube channel, and like I said earlier, go and watch his Tuscan Bob reviews. They are funny. You'll have a laugh and you'll enjoy them. What is this?
It's Skirmitar special.
Oh, yeah. Fuck off. 38, not 40. I'm not 40 yet. I don't want to be 40. And I'm not a fucking virgin. That's funny as.
If you haven't been laid in 3 years, it means you revert to virginity.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been that long. I'm not even close to 3 years. Let me put it that way. But I am on a dry spell. Anyway, I don't need to go into the details on that one. As for me, what I've got coming up is nothing, because this laptop is about to break. So once my PC comes out, or once it arrives, I should say, I'll be just setting that up, and I will start consistently putting out videos again, I promise. But yeah, like I recorded, and if CJ's in the chat, I'm sorry I didn't use that last thumbnail, because I recorded the video and it was just so bouncy and choppy and audio wasn't synced and it was just horrible. So I just didn't want to put it out. So I'm just going to wait for the new PC. Guys don't count, Ryno. COVID birdie.
Wait,
yeah.
Greg isn't a nice guy. What are you talking about, Alora? Come on.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's
a big lie.
It really is. I'm a terrible
It's like
person.
fake news. Like, it's like MSNBC. What's this? Playing the banjo together. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Who do you reckon's the pig? On that note, we're going to end it. See you guys next week for Casual Rage 60. Should be a good one. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Happy birthday, Ryno.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for all the birthday wishes. G'day, guys, and welcome back to Casual Rage.
Excuse me, I'm Tim.
And I'm Greg.
Go fuck yourself, Disney.